Morning, morning, morning. Morning, everybody. Good morning. They're talking about Back to the Future at length at the moment during the pre-show here. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. And I heard tremors there, I believe, was also a point of conversation. But it's good to know that even the producer, directors, and all above still just talk about random movies when put on stream for a moment. The kids aren't up yet, actually. Yeah, no, I actually outpaced them. They're sleeping in today. 5 coffees, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how he goes. Been also watching the chat here a little bit as I set up, and boy, I can't read most of the Japanese, but the English is my wife is leaving me. No, back to Billy. No, where's the translate? Fix the game. My wife is leaving me. Oh no. Oh God. There was one that was just I'm up, please Yoshi P, have news for me. Or went out, man. Yep, Back to the Future, Tremors. Now he's talking about movies and stuff. I guess it snowed recently. So this is the Discord channel, the Final Fantasy 14 Discord channel. They have a translations and live letters channel. And it's been categorizing in rather lacking detail, I will add. Continuing his comments on Back to the Future. We won't know what those are, sadly. We won't know what those are. But we happen to go to Japan, check around things that happen around there. It's going to be fun. The details. The deets. Wow, Elf, really? The danger of reading live chat while producing. It's a requirement. Well, yeah, I mean it's trope central, right? Like that's what I enjoy about Final Fantasy 14. Certainly is very much full of the cultural zeitgeist, but you're also making an MMO. Like you have so much room to fill. It's not quite the spread of like a World of Warcraft where it's just like, everybody go make quests, just fill out the game, whatever. I want to do one about turtles. Okay, you do that. Oh, Garrett's here. Excellent. Let's add him to the call. Oh, wait, no, I'm here. Good morning.
Yo.
They're talking about Back to the Future and Tremors, so you know it's a good stream.
They're live already?
Oh, they do a sound check early.
Oh.
So you're live, we're
Really?
live, they're live, and then they get up and leave for a little bit.
Nice. I get up and sleep for a little bit.
Well, is it 8 p.m. their time, though? So I guess they're staying late in the office to do this? I don't know if that's exactly true.
Yeah, I guess that would be. They, don't work a 9 to 5.
Their setup's kind of cool with like the planters behind it. You'll probably love it. It's very the land. Let's see. I haven't included you not in the live stage for a hot moment.
That's a very good point. Hey, it looks like it's working.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Go like this for me, just for science.
I'm wearing a robe.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, cool. Did I want to
Good
what?
morning, everybody. What? Want to just? Do you want to share your feed so we're definitely in sync?
Yeah, it's a good
It
idea.
doesn't really matter because it's not going to be in English anyway. But
Yeah, no, in case like, we get to some oohs and ahs and whatnot, I'll hit you with a
also, buddy, I got good news.
What's the news? What's up?
The extremely local donut shop is open.
Wow. Damn, dude.
So I come prepared.
Wow, look at
With
that.
the finest caffeine and sugar.
What a spread.
Oh, yes.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yes. Look. This is the only way that I can function this morning.
Wow, look at that.
It's with these beautiful.
Damn, disappearing, obscuring into the back. Those are beautiful.
I don't know about America, but I definitely am running on Dunkin' this morning. With this music in the background, this is fantastic. Oh, yes. Oh, and they're soft and yeah. You can tell they were made this morning.
Nice.
I walked in. You ever do that? You ever somewhere so early? You're like, it says they're open. There's no way they're open. Like you're doing that awkward walk up to the door. You're fully expecting to pull on the handle
and just get
it to be locked.
Chunk.
Yeah, but then it opens, and I'm like the only person in the Dunkin' at 5:15 a.m.
Nice.
And this very awake lady who clearly does this every day goes, "Morning, you want 5 dozen?" And I'm just, and I like barely heard her. And I'm just like kind of staring at her. And she's just looking at me like this. She's just, all right. So I'm like this. This is my face.
I'm very neutral.
And then like, imagine you're whip panning to her, to this woman. It's just like,
yeah.
Like knew exactly what she just said. Knew 100% that I was too tired to realize she was joking. It was wonderful.
That's awesome. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're doing right. I don't read the news. I don't watch it. But damn, the people at Dunkin' are happy, and I appreciate that.
You think the people at Dunkin' being happy is in the news?
You never know, right? Like you don't know.
Or the beatings at Dunkin' to keep them happy.
They will continue until smiles increase. Like I don't know. But what I do know is I really appreciate that guy greeting me with that much energy when the kids have been up for 2 hours and I'm like, we're gonna, let's go get donuts. Let's go get donuts. It'll put the baby to sleep in the car. It's going to be great. Let's roll.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I don't know what it is. They continue. If they'll get fired if they don't smile. Oh man, that's just. It's so sad.
I mean, is that like
what
was it? Mo, welcome to Mo's.
Welcome to Mo's noises. Annoys me.
Yeah.
Welcome to Nose. Welcome to Mo's is it's too much. We know, but no one's asking for that. We're all. By the way, are you capturing just a feed of your camera?
What? I'm sorry. What?
Are you capturing a feed of only your camera?
Oh, did you want me to do that or just record the whole thing locally?
I wanted you to do that.
Okay. Are you gonna?
If that was possible.
Oh, okay. And then you're gonna get the stream itself and line it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay.
If that be possible, I am coming to you via virtual cam, so I'll be recording just my good old lonesome sleepy self. Oh. Also, this particular robe.
Mm-hmm.
It's got one of my favorite features of any robe I've ever had.
Oh,
it's got a hood.
Oh, nice hood on it. Nice.
Oh yeah. I will not be wearing that though. Oh god, there goes the hair. I shall return momentarily.
Garrett shall return. At Burger King, you rule. Was it something they did?
At Burger King, you rule. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, Oats. I think that's their newer phrase. I don't think they're doing "Have it your way" anymore.
Yeah, that was their old thing. Yeah.
Yeah, which you could say "you rule" like kind of implies the same, but Ascian Garrett. Ooh, I do want one of those Ascian robes. Not gonna lie. That sounds lovely.
So we will have sound. There's a little bit, we can hear a little bit of the old jingle going right now. Need a Miko costume? This is insane. This chat is absolutely insane.
What chat is completely insane?
The live letter. The live letter chat.
Oh. You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me that an official live stream for an MMO is maybe not the most on the hinge?
It's just funny because it's kind of like people trying to find a parking spot. So when they're speaking in Japanese, it's all Japanese. Like all the English viewers are like, "Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up. What's going on? What's going on? I don't understand." And then the second they stop speaking, they just start typing whatever complete madness is in their head. So we're going to go. Oh, Aaronville becoming a Beastmaster is actually a pretty cool idea. That makes perfect sense.
A few times.
Yeah, that is a good. All right, but we're gonna go ahead and close that. We're gonna go ahead and close that because I can't watch that random vitriol scroll by much longer.
You don't trust it? You don't like the people that still type speen?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't think that's the pinnacle of comedy?
The peak comedy, absolutely.
Yeah.
Whoop. Though I am a little, I tell you what, I am sick of. Hrothgar is getting the sick drip in all this art.
Though
I do kind of like the Lalafell.
I mean, that one, oh no, never mind. That's a. Oh no, man, that's a row rocking the. Is that Clive's outfit? What am I looking at there? Where's the Hrothgar? Oh, yeah, you would think that was cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
That is your vibe. I'm sorry. That sounded judgmental. I'm sorry. That's your vibe. That is 100% your vibe.
I like I like adventuring. I like the adventure. I like adventure suit. I like.
Oh, wait, that's not a Hrothgar. That's a row.
Hmm?
The guy with the double-breasted.
Oh yeah,
red
yeah. I guess I got it
lapel
wrong. Yeah, yeah.
And the fedora.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally that's a Rogadin.
Yeah, pardon me.
This coffee is nuclear.
Yeah, I like a double-breasted. It's good. I want to look like you could end up at a party. It's like the James Bond takes off the scuba suit and has a suit underneath. Like that's kind of what I like about it.
You want to take off your suit jacket and your vest to be
and
then do the heavy lifting,
and then you could do some dancing.
That's I do like a double-breasted vest too. I think I'm there with you on it. I don't know about the adventure double breast though. I don't know if I'm into it from an adventuring standpoint, but from a formal wear standpoint, this sleeping man is with you.
Well, we got Blackbird with us this morning for a GG stream that they can watch live. Das.
Oh, are they back?
Oh yeah, they're it's 6 a.m. They're back.
Okay.
Das is joining us at 3 a.m. KLG Chaos is here. Been up all night.
Just want to confirm that you are recording your little local diddly.
I can't get my video by itself. I'm locked into this because I'm already streaming.
That is very disappointing.
But I'll have my increased quality here in my small box.
はい、進行を務めますコミュニティチームモルボルこと室内です。よろしくお願いします。いやー、慣れなきゃいけないですね。我々が。
8時1分に放送開始すれば一応防げるのではっていうことに今私気づいたんですけど。
めちゃめちゃその通り。
でも告知でね、8時1分放送開始っていうのを出すのもね、でも8時になって8時に始まらないと おい吉田タバコかって
Is the wait? Oh, there is an IKEA in the background. Well, I think it's the Times Square effect, right? Like it's just
やっていきましょう。
whatever happens back there
はい、
happens.
ということで、本日は第85回となりましたファイナルファンタジー14プロデューサーレターライブですが、
The Times
今日は
Square?
パッチ
You know, like when you film in
7.2
Times Square, I doubt they get permission. Maybe they do to have every
いよ
ad
いよ
in their
7.2
movie.
の紹介をしていければと思いま
It
す。
get blurred out a lot in some things, but
なんかすごい大変です大変です
that planter just the IKEA energy intensifies.
Yeah, the planter is an odd choice, but yeah, I do appreciate how often they change their background here.
込みに入っていてあとはもうほとんど組み上がってるので調整とかデバッグとかっていうところがここから本格的に
Let's see what's going down on the translation. Just in time, 8 p.m. Blinds in the background start going down.
一旦まずベース実装をチェックしてまあどうしても
Start the stream at 1 minute to avoid the blinds, but then people ask if we went for a smoke again. We will have part of the 7.2 content today. It's a lot. Most things are finished, and it's just about debugging now.
Part one of 7.2 content today, it looks like. Just about debugging. All right, cool. Cool. Didn't wake up for nothing. They got something to show us, Kyle.
前向きな
We also finished testing the normal modes of the battle content. We still got Savage left to do with the minor adjustments.
あらゆる定例会議がスキップされている
Yo, is Foxcloud wearing a ley line?
Oh,
hoodie?
yeah, yeah.
まあなのでそういうタイミング
Where do I get that hoodie?
I want to know what's in the hood. You know, it looks like we got some, maybe some generic space sparkles, but
That looks like flare to me.
yeah, we got some explosions going on there.
That looks like a flare graphic.
Oh, is that from the Black Milk collab? I saw some of that stuff. The Tyrol pants.
Oh, this is
are
the Black Milk. I
ridiculous.
can buy this. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
などなど
おー
羨ましい
Oh wait, what watch? Is he rocking his
ただ
You rocking his Daytona?
いないんですよ
没年と
It's not quite high enough quality. I can't really make out the face.
して
Yeah, yeah, it's his Daytona.
コンテンツもその前回
Ah, yes, of the 500.
一人で確認しに行くので
I mean, you're not actually off. It is a race timing watch.
確認できるコマンドとかがあるので
That's what all the little tiny circles are. Got a stopwatch function. Let's see here.
So starting next week, I will be in You're Allowed to Play Final Fantasy XIV at Work mode. No in-game footage today, only screenshots. Chad is jealous of him playing FF at work.
コメントに
It is a lonely FF though.
お手伝おうかというコメントございますお手伝うってあります
Now Chad isn't jealous anymore.
リアクションの方
採用ページの方ご
はい
覧ください
いただければ前向きに検討いたしますはい
では
What is going on? Okay, yeah, that background is mad distracting.
パッチアートからいき
ご覧いただきますか
はい
Good donut.
じゃあ画面の方お願いいたします
If you want to apply, please send in your CV. Patch art first.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. There's Svevel. Is that, I assume that's Boy with the Sickness, who would be the obvious thread to start pulling.
We're doing freaking the Black Parade. It's the sick hospital boy.
What's
わからん
what's the monster in the top right?
大変わかる気がします私
Right above Evil Sfiend's head.
だいぶ
That is really hard to make out.
That thing's
with its
sweet.
quality.
It looks like a crazy mantis monster.
はいそしてではパッチタイトル公開
Yeah,
さ
that
せていただき
looks kinda Helldivers.
どうぞ
Yeah, like a bug.
Oh yeah, and then you got like another little kaiju dude up there. I hope we're doing that. Like I know we've been setting up the Tyrol Vidrol now and really starting to get that piloting them storyline going.
Oh, when they
Seekers,
sync the text in there, Seekers of Eternity.
Seekers of Eternity. It was a cool name. It was a cool name.
We're going full on pink and blue vaporwave. I'm into this.
Yeah, yeah.
It does look like F Eternity. That looks like an EF.
なるほど
Helldivers collab. No, I don't think so.
That would go kind of hard.
Yeah, and then we got another monster in the top there. Yeah, the whole thing is just monsters. Bottom, what? Okay, so we got Warrior of Light picture there falling. What's below it? What
さあどうなりますか
is that? Oh, that's a chest.
まあちょっと
That's a
結構
the high
色使いが
effort
今回
top.
本当に
with a hand and a chest there.
I look forward to getting the high resolution version of this art.
Yeah. And then like we got a house down here. I mean, this almost looks like it could be like the entrance to Academia or something like that, or the underwater one.
I'll tell you what though, it'd be really easy to Photoshop ourselves into this.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. For that, we appreciate it.
I really like the Sphene pose. That's incredible.
He'll be part of the Arcadion. That's true. That's true. Could be a feral beast, like that weird mantis thing that you're talking about.
Yeah.
We got more Arcadion coming.
And then there's a hand in the background. You see that like right above Sphene, there's like a hand kind of coming out of the mist there. And kid, what I'm assuming this is the kid with the ether sickness. He's got a bunch of
lightning sickness.
Well, yeah.
What you see on these monitors is not all limited to the MSQ, says Yoshi. The scenario team came up with the idea of showing multiple monitors in the artwork. Thought it was a good idea, but no one considered the effort the artwork team would have to be putting into this. The initial sketch also didn't have enough displays.
We've got to add more. That's a great idea.
Yeah. That's fun. They're not kidding, though. Would have to make a lot of unique art for this.
They're going to keep me busy.
Late March 2025. Is that in line with what we... That seems later than we expected.
Let's find out.
We wrote March 17th as predicted 7-2 in our internal calendar based on community assumptions.
Yeah, and there was also a alternative later week as well, so I wonder if they're going with that one. Yeah, March 25th, so it would be... I think you could call the 18th middle and that one late, so I think they're going with the later date.
That art is cool. Oh, a little yellow in the bottom when they zoom out. Very Edge Runners.
Yeah. I'm seeing if this was better quality, but it looks like it's a grab from the screen.
This quick, I would imagine, unless they already have something up on a press site somewhere. Just before this, we will release patch. He said 118, and then he went, I mean 718. That will be released on the 25th of February. So we have a date for 718, which should mean... So end of February, we won't have to re-clear anymore to go to M4S, hopefully.
25th. So everything's basically a week later than all the predictions that I picked up from the Discord. That's cool. Okay, cool.
Lots of folks in chat being like, no, this is exactly what everybody predicted. Not what most people I talked to told me, but okay.
That sounds jolly. We have to play a little bit of Monster Hunter, then we can come on back and have free reign at Wicked.
Yeah. I'm not sure I can wait that long. I don't want Wicked to fall out of my head. I'll be trying to get a group together sometime next week. Just for Wicked, though. I'm hoping I can get a taxi. We'll lift restrictions, add Echo maybe for weekly tomes, and Savage.
Yeah, that's an aspect I didn't think about. When does the Echo turn on?
What's the Discord you're using for the translations, by the way? Let's give them a shout out.
It's in the link in the description and in the Discord post today, so that'd be the easiest way to tell you. It's the Final Fantasy Official 14 Discord.
Sick. Shout out to him. Thank you for the translations.
I want to see a Tonberry fight in the Arcadion. I mean, there's no stopping anything from being killed and absorbed.
I think calling them a feral soul is pushing it because they're very humanoid, and
Yeah.
at least has so far as they've been represented in Final Fantasy XIV, sentient beings
You can go for it.
with hopes, dreams, and violent sadness. Tonberry King would be cool. Be into that. Let's see. We learned that there was an account. Sorry. There was a tool that was accessing account IDs, and while made a comment on the lodestone, I want to address it on stream as well. Okay. We gathered information about account IDs, collected them, and matched them against other alt characters on that user account. I want to be clear in confirming that this information does not go beyond that and no personal information was accessed. Well, that's good to point out.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about this aspect, but this has been all over the 14 news for the past month. That by adding the blacklist, they left a hole that allowed them to access all a player's characters using that feature.
Yeah, I lightly followed it. I mercifully have not needed to use the blacklist yet, so I haven't had a personal investment yet.
で、まず、結論から言いますが、当然我々開発チームでも何もしないってことはありませんので、7.2 から、まあどこまでっていうのはちょっと今現時点では難しいですが。
Raid, thanks for the super and yelling at Kyle not to look at chat. How? Don't do it. Don't look at it.
I love dumpster fires.
So I mean,
he is a connoisseur of the dumpster fire. Strongest blades are forged in the fire of dumpsters.
I mean, we could pull this off, Calzone. What if we get Zorlja looking for the greatest prey, goes and tries to kill the lizard folk Jaja, and in the past, before we do, finds Tonberries, kills the king and takes his soul and returns to his own time?
ブラックリストっていうものに対して誰かブラックリストに登録したらそのアカウントにいるキャラクター全部ブラックリストに入れてほしいっていうのが元の発端でこれ何年もフィードバックしていただいてたのをなんとか対応できた。
there's riffs. It's fine.
So, I mean,
I got a translation said, to get to the conclusion, obviously we as the dev team are not ignoring this. Not say how far we are going with patch 7.2. We are taking steps to counteract this. They're on the case. I mean, that's the vibe I got from the Lodestone
let me
update.
briefly explain what it is. But
He's
when
talking about it in
we
English.
introduced the new blacklist tool with patch 7.0, that was, I mean, long time request, which is when you blacklist one character, you want to blacklist the same the sub characters on the same account. That was a long request, and we finally implemented it with patch 7.0.
まあこれをこのキャラクターがどのアカウントのサブキャラクターなのかっていう情報を集約しようというツールになってしまっているので、やっぱり今回そのもともとゲーム内でちょっとストーキング的な被害に遭ってた人たちがまあやっぱりリクエストが多くてもうブラックリストに入れたキャラがいたら他のサブキャラももう全部消してしまってほしいっていうのに対応したところ、まあ、データを抜いてこのサブキャラクターアカウントだから追い回してやれみたいなことがに使われてしまいかねないっていうところが問題。
Yeah, so the fundamental request, is, when if you have some, stalking people, who is stalking to you, even when you block one character, that person will soon generate the other character on the same account, then start stalking again. So the request was to prevent that person completely. So to make it happen, we want to implement the current system of the blacklist. However, using some third-party tool, potentially you can see who is this character is someone else's your sub character. So that connection can be revealed. That is the risk of the third-party tool.
ただまあその大元にあったその一つのキャラクターをブラックリスト登録したら、そこに
That is
紐づく
such a
キャラクター
shitty
も全
loophole.
てブラックリスト登録を自動的にやってほしいっていう
It's not a good
部分に関しては
time.
まあどうしても現実層に近いことをやらなければ
They go on to say there are stalker issues we were made aware of as part of the measures we took against them was implemented this new blacklist system to have every character under the account on the blacklist. Unfortunately, this allows the tool to gather more information about the user
ぜひですね
and their character. Yeah, so it's basically used in reverse.
まあとても残念ではあるので、まあそういうツールをやっぱり使わないということ自体もぜひ
Glad that they're addressing it.
できると大変助かります。まあもちろん対策は進めてまいりますのでよろしくお願いします。
We'll improve this in
So
7.2.
to achieve that function, which is blocking one character, will also block the all character under the same account. To make it happen, we need some sort of key to tie each characters under the same account. But however, some malicious, you can, if you use the tool maliciously, you can use in the bad way. So, however, we want to keep the same level of the blacklist function. However, we want to make it some additional countermeasure to it. So we are taking measure starting with the patch 7.2. So please wait for some more time until 7.2, and then again, please rest assured that your personal information or being information are anyway safe. Yeah. So, and then also we are saying this every time, but please keep distance from the illegal third-party tool. Yeah. Thank you very much.
まあなのでやっぱりこう詳細がわからない方はそのまあさっきね気にしなくていいって言い方しまし 必要以上に
Just this third-party tool, Cal. No other third-party tools.
Oh, you know, it's fine.
ところをご理解いただければ。
This illegal third-party tool, though, they did say, you know.
なんていうんですか、わからないからこそ不安だとは思うんですけど、この辺の仕組みを全部説明すると、まあ、めちゃくちゃ長くなっちゃうのと。
Burn my sticky notes. Yeah, my fat pile of papers here.
So if you
My circle I
are
had to
not
adjust to
familiar
not
with what
be
we are talking
truly
about now,
north.
up until now, you do not need to be worried too much. So because learning the very single bit of the detail about this, what is happening is,
No, and there's talk that they've been actually looking for some legal reason to go after this tool as well. And clearly they haven't gone that far with other third-party tools. So they will continue to say third-party tools, of course, don't augment our game files, don't use them at all. But this one in particular, they've been going really hard against.
Yeah, which is, I think, a pretty rad way to handle it.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm like, if you use a third-party tool, like, I don't personally care. Like, yes, people love getting in chat and being like, it's not illegal. Like, cool, yeah, technically it's illegal. We're in America. We don't care. Like, but this tool pretty much exists just for harassment. So yeah, come down on it like a 10-ton hammer.
では改めて
はい
7.2 のコ
コン
ンテン
テンツの
ツの話
話を
はい
よろしくお願い
入らせていただきます。
すいません
よろしくお願いします。
私の拙い艶が
Again, the usual, please don't use plugins.
Yep.
さあでは改めてまあ今のお話その
Oh yeah, the whiteboard will return. Yes, there will be. There will be whiteboard time. We got Valley Garmonda blind and Zoroja blind to do still.
はい
規定コンテンツという
Gonna return in a video very soon.
難しい表
That's
現
true.
まあ定常アップデート的なところをお伝えして、
はい
後半新しい新規コンテンツの話へこう進めていこうと思いますので、よろしくお願いします。
Translations are still catching up to the end of the
まずはメイン
add-on
クエスト
discussion.
どうぞ
はい スクリーンショットでお伝えしていく
Confirming Yashtola exists.
まあ
Good.
よくあるヤシトラさんですね。
She gonna start talking about the damn key?
少ないめ
Well, I'm assuming
Alright.
she's gonna be like,
Translation.
ちょっと
What?
キリ
That
ッ
can
と
wait.
した顔で
確かに。
何か起こってます。
I've been
Now
stud-
for the content we get into 7-2, says the translation.
しかめっ面。
she's absolutely gonna be like, I've been studying the key, but that can absolutely wait because we have to deal with Goodsfiend
な
now.
んか起きてます
明らか
I
に
found a naked lady in living
そ
memory.
して極めつけ3枚目。いやー
Look at that totally not evil Sphene.
Look at her doing that lean.
嫌な。
Here, let me, there it is.
Yep.
今回顔演技ご注目くださいぜひ。
Is that a shot from the previous one, or do we have a like intimate Wook Lamont? I don't see the crowd in the background, so it looks like it's in a new spot.
I believe that's a new one.
So
I
she's
mean,
doing
why?
the.
Yeah, that's the development watermark too in the bottom right.
This is completely misleading. It's just a hologram of Wook Lamont that evil Sphene likes taunting in her private chamber. She's doing the old.
It's Wookla evil.
She's doing the old. Oh my God! Yeah, you could make an evil Wook Lamont.
アクターの皆さんのね演技も含めて
Doing the old villain circle around the fake bad guy and, you know, studying
Yeah.
them.
そして
All right, so translation Yoshi P says, I want you to pay attention to the facial expressions this time. There is a lot. Following by, reminds me of Asahi. Don't, why would you remind me
なる
of
ほど、わ
that?
からん的なもの。
Well, sure, lots of leaning and whatnot. Now this doesn't look like it's Sickness Kid because that could be the same person
は
from the art, but now there's so this is the Arcadion
Well-
director.
They've got, oh, it could be. I mean, it could just be a doctor too, like going over. Although, looking like
あ気になりま
we
す
got
ね。
we got like one of those electrope cubes.
I mean, they're in the
Which could go either
void.
way. They could be studying lightning sickness and researching electrope in some way, or it could be the Arcadian director. They're wearing a lab coat though. This could be preservation.
Yeah.
気持ちになるなみたいな。
But the sort of grayed out hair and the young look, it definitely with the you got that neck insert going on. We got Cube. We got.
というわけでちょっと
It's so easy for me to dismiss this all as like random techno babble,
It probably is.
but
Most of it probably is.
we have a cell, genetic or chemical structure down there in the left.
Let's see. Please do note that there's no Bahamut in it. It's just the usual. You can fit a Bahamut in there joke. What?
What?
新たな有効部族クエスト。今回はアムージャ族でございます。
あームージャ族。はい
もう皆さんちゃんと見分けはついておりますね。いまだに微妙に見分けがつかない。どっちがどっちだっけ
Mhm, mhm, yeah.
Allied Society
Allied
class.
Societies, yes.
こちらをプレイして
Hang out with the Mamulja.
分かっていただけるんじゃないかなと。
I better find out there's at least one happy couple that's cross married and they're like, we're fine not having kids. We love each other. I need that.
もう一枚いきましょうか。
All will be made clear.
さあ、こんな人物も
Somebody really wanted to show off their warrior of light.
Just squeezing one in.
いただけてましたね。はいはい。
今回の有効部族、マムージャ族は
うん。
何系の有効部族？ギャザラー系ですか？
やっております。
はい。
ね。
これは待ってた人も多かろう。
なんかコメントが面白い。
はい。
特定のね歌手の方を。
This will be for gatherers, which I see immediately after folks in our chat type, please don't be for gatherers. I'm sorry to those people individually.
ね、ちょっとありましたよね。まあいろいろ展開がございますんで。
うん。
あ、そうか。俺メガネをかければいいか。コメントをこんなにアップで見なくて。歪み好きですね。はいはいはいはい。ありがとう。
They sound a little confused themselves. What's going on?
さあ
I'm
さあ
not sure.
というわけで今回は、有効部族クエストマムージャ
マムージャ
になっております。
はい。
で、
I can't get the
続いては
Discord
こ
to
ちら
load on my end for translation, so I'm just looking at your little picture in picture, which is a bit challenging for me.
Oh, sure. Okay, we got the inconceivably further Hildabrand adventures,
Yes.
which are in the blood-splattered lab.
Is that where they are?
Well, look at the back
Sure,
wall, right?
yeah. The door shape kind of threw me, but I think you're right. Since we're finally done with the introduction, we get to start the main story of the Dawn Trail Hildabrand adventures. Okay.
事件はヒルディブランドですので
そうね。表題になってますからね。
そうなんですよ。
Hildabrand, we gotta get that goatee a little more under your chin. You're shaving it a little too close
Well,
to
he
the
is
edge of
supposed-
your skin there.
He is supposed to be comical, you know.
いやぜひですね。これもまたぶっ飛んでますので、ぜひぜひ。もう一
At this point, did everyone know in Endwalker about it being tied to the relic weapon? Or was that a surprise later on when people
In
had...
Endwalker, I believe that was a surprise, although I don't know when it became... That's your question is when, right?
Yeah, like how much content had built up in the background before they announced
Yeah,
that.
did you find out during the point 2 live letter, or was it known before that? You knew before Endwalker? Okay. You announced it before Endwalker, so it wasn't a surprise at this point. Translation is coming in saying, as usual, it is a bit over the top, so we hope you enjoy. And what kind of scene will a filter like this be applied? Comment below, says CSP,
Wow.
probably.
Farming comments.
連なるものなのであれば、おそらく大丈夫でしょう。はい。というわけで、ヒルディブランド黄金編、いよいよですね。
ご期待ください。
より具体的に開幕していく
はい。
ということでございます。
I just really want a translation to come up that says look respectfully.
Ah, here we go.
Corn servant.
Finally,
This
some
is the-
real content.
早いな、おい。
I was about to make the same joke. You scooped me.
We need to go finish those up too.
にわかに大人気キャラになりました。
Mike M, thanks for the 4 months. Good morning to you too.
SNS 界隈でも
New
ね
corn.
イラストをたくさん
Gentlemen.
我々も大変和ませて
Tie this to
I
the
give
relic
you-
weapon.
Tie this? Oh.
Make everybody do
no.
this.
No, because then they're going to give us corn weapons.
ファンの方はですね、ちょっと
What the?
忘れずに
No, I don't think
覚え
the
て
EU
いただけたら
relic weapons were funny, were they? They weren't like bombs. I don't think so.
はい
I don't know so, but I don't think they were comically oriented. They could be corn free.
はいはい。さあではさらに続けてまいりますが、
はい
グースパッチといえば
言えば、
こちらですね。
よいしょ。
うん。
うん。
新たなアラガントームストーン。
そうですね。
Okay, we're getting some new
今回も
tomestones.
悩み抜いて
Back to corn servant translations, Yoshi did say, seen many artworks of this little guy on social media, and the dev team really enjoys them too.
なるほど。
So,
英語だってもう
of mathematic, what does this mean? What?
これは
As my first time as a current player, why add new ones? What's the purpose?
Yeah, we've never really been around for this. It's just the name, but like why? Just we're getting new gear would be my assumption.
言っていて、
はい。
まあ今回ちょっといろいろ新展開も
Oh, so you can't. Oh, so you can't stockpile waiting for the patch, and when you get to the new patch.
できれば頭が痛くなる
So would the green ones go away now, or are those still? Do we sit on that many different kinds of tomestones over the course of a expansion?
はい
Wait, which one do these replace? Do these replace the weekly cap ones that you can only get 400 a week of?
Green boys will go away. Okay.
来たと
なるほど。
いうことで、
じゃあしばらくお付き合いいただきましょ
はい、今回はアラガントームストーン2追加する
And they become uncapped. Okay, that's fine.
This replaces the uncapped. Wait, I'm also seeing replaces weekly cap. Okay, I'm getting mixed messaging from chat.
今回はこちら
Yeah, it would make sense that these become capped. Math is capped.
大変シンプルですね。
That would make sense.
Don't do too much math. Duty support the Sunken Temple of Karn.
確かに遺跡なんていっぱいある。
That might be one I won't mind updated for robots.
そうですね、カルン。
It's Temple of Karn is
こちら当時
not my favorite.
It's a bit crusty. I love the aesthetic. I love it so much, but I'm okay with getting rid of some of the weird stuff in there.
Yeah. That's a really good point, man. Because I see duty support and I've like turned my brain off. I'm like, I don't care. Just stop ruining Race Flicker. But this is one. Yeah, go for it. Improve the dungeon.
Yeah.
I do care about this. Calzo, thanks for the super. You're sending money in support of corny relics? Oh, we got at least one fan in chat.
Add Corn Servant to the duty support. Let us dress him up. Let us unlock him.
そうですね、ハチは許しちゃならないっていう方のコメントがですね、大変
Sunken Temple of Corn? Okay, Kenzen, I see you.
こんな低レベルダンジョンで死の宣告が出てくる FF ね。
He already ate the donuts is the thing. Lou.
Oh, I got a backup donut.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
worry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's still going. He's still going.
I got another one. A little full though. I might bag this. All right. Translation coming in saying, compared to other dungeons, this one is a little different on the gimmicks. Thinking back, scary bees or even doom to be cleansed on panels.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was my first experience with the Doom.
Yeah, this isn't one where I feel proud that I know to cleanse doom on a panel. That fight is just kind of straight boring.
It's got a lot of character, but I think there are other places to put that character nowadays.
All right, I'm gonna take a break.
All right, we'll see you soon.
See you later.
PvP Series 8. I did see that they're hosting a EU PvP competition.
多分そうじゃないですか。さすがにまだそうじゃないですか。
あれそうだよな。
そうであっていただきたい。
なんか時空がさ歪む。
And that's the thing, right? If they put
過去の PV
good rewards on it that people want, there will be PvP play for that reason.
交換させていただきたい。多数いただいて
Forcing people into play as opposed to making it fun to play on its own.
Well, I just always find PvP fascinating just from the esports kind of business side of things. Granted, it's not a avenue that most businesses go after. Apparently, Smite is going on maintenance mode. I saw this morning.
It wasn't already?
No, not entirely.
That's not a dig. It's just been going for so long. I figured they'd kind of, run its course.
フロントラインの
Yoshi said, we're thinking about making rewards from past PvP series obtainable again. I did want that one armor set.
システム面もかなり回収をさせていただきましたので、いよいよ再開させていただきます。
Yeah, there's been some cool stuff in there.
ルールかとかはちょっと次回お知らせと思うんですけど、
That's been one of the big ones is the frontline improvements,
エリアの様子を。
はい。
which frontline
はい。お願いします。
frontlines is something, man. I'm not a fan
It
of
is a
frontline.
hot mess.
Yeah.
It's an absolute mess.
Rival Wings is
and-
fun. I like Crystal Conflict, but frontline,
さっきのやっぱ Windows
it's too much.
これと比較するとやっぱ荒く
They need to, I don't know, man. Because they can't pull like across data centers, right? Like the queues are just still ridiculous.
もう一枚
And just, yeah.
Oh, weird.
I've said my piece about PvP.
Is this the new map?
まあここを戦術にうまく使っていただきたいと。さらにもう一枚。
It's very teal.
Oh, this is kind of neat.
まあ構造もいろいろ手が入っております。
The one thing I do like about Frontlines is it's very
あとその追加の
of its time and its design. It's got so many cute levels and the little ramps you go up for the center area, like things that today you would never design because you just put a small wall in there to block line of sight, and that's more tactical.
まあもちろんね、
But it reminds me of Alterac Valley in that way of like, what if we did this? Oh yeah, people love going on towers. Oh yeah, they'll run up there. It's completely unoptimized. Let's do it. Because you want to do that cool stuff.
Some of my favorite duels in World of Warcraft happened on AV towers. Oh, they're making Smite too? Oh, wow. I'm really out of the loop.
Yeah.
Thanks for the Super Kura. Oh, this is handsome.
Dungeon? New dungeon.
Dungeon.
The
Underkeep. What? I love dungeons. This is cool.
Yeah.
ね、SNS がざわついておりましたね。さあどこなのか。
Expert roulette grows.
ね。
I like the text sitting on the old stuff. And you got a
言われてみりゃ。
little balcony there. Kind of a royal palace business.
Yeah.
はい。
And yeah, you the Everkeep. So underneath it would be the Underkeep.
Some would call that a dungeon.
若干雰囲気変わるかもですが、スクリーンショットまだございます。
はい。
明らかにフェンスで覆われて。
Oh well, I've seen a boss arena before.
そういうところでしょうね。
Yeah. Not what I expected the interior of this place to look like.
そうですね。向こう
Well, it reminds me of the ballroom in The Shining.
Okay, yeah, I mean it's got a royal palace vibe. We have all the electro boxes sitting around from an upgrade that I guess never happened.
はいはいはい。
I feel like one artist on the dev team got lost in a Vegas hotel at FanFest and got inspired.
I like the ripped up carpet. That old carpet is a cool idea.
なるほどね。
And we're just assuming this is part of the MSQ, right? Like they don't do
If it's a
optional
dungeon, it's got to be.
Yeah. Do they do any optional side dungeon releases outside of the
No.
primary MSQ?
No, that's all. Optional dungeons for the last few expansions have just been 2, and it's been part of .0.
Not since Stormblood. Okay.
Appreciate the superficial. I'm looking at it right now. Thanks for the guide. All right, Yoshi P translation coming in saying we're still adjusting the lighting settings on this one, so the final dungeon might be looking different to this. But here is another screenshot.
Make it dark. Turn it down.
今回ね、ちょっとこことは言いませんが、ダンスね、踊っていただこうと思ってますんで。
このカーペットのなんていうんですか、焦った感じというか、
はいはい。
会場なんだなみたいな感じもいいですよね。雰囲気がすごく。
はい。まあだからどこまで
Clearly was a dance hall, but those boxes on the outside, they surely were placed there at a later point. They surely were. That is stretching for something interesting to say.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
call this. I'm gonna call him on that.
Yeah.
That is. You're trying.
That is some mad DM energy. But why would they put those here?
Maybe we want you to dance here. Who knows? Well, in Final Fantasy 14, yes, that would be
Yep,
that would be a
I
safe
see what you're
assumption.
going for.
皆さん不思議な数字をいっぱい言ってるな。
急になんか急に不思議な数字をあれこれ。
So far, Kyle, my take is the outside looks way cooler than the 2 screenshots they showed us of the
Well,
inside.
we usually have a pretty big palette change, environment change, so I'm guessing we'll get to see possibly like the life support throne room. This could even be battling 2 where our L-like is sitting there with all his screens and doodling on his iPad.
L's a good guy. How dare you? Or just
Here we
getting
go.
adorable kittens.
Well, you know, they...
Oh, the Arcadion.
Yes, they run a
Oh, I didn't see.
cat refuge?
Are these Feral Soul Rescue?
I don't know. Wait, hang on. Hang
Yeah,
on.
I see Yana in the back there.
Is this black cat's big turnaround after using all those feral cat souls? She's like, you know what? I feel guilty.
I'm starting a cat rescue.
I'm gonna start a cat rescue after all my years of sucking the souls out of cats, so I can do
Black cat's big
transformations.
cat rescue.
Yep.
これよくあるお話で、 ちょっと怖いなと近寄りがたいな。
Oh, you're right. That is Bomber down with the kitties. Oh my God, Bomber's change of heart arc.
道端でそう
Oh, he's in casual wear.
But he still has on his wrist there. You could see the symbol.
Yeah, yeah.
絶対昭和の人しかわかんないんじゃないかと。
All right, translation. I thought this guy was screaming at us in raid. Now he has cute kittens around him. That is, in fact, what I'm looking at. He's in retirement.
Well, yeah. Well, his heart, you know, after all those energy drinks, years of juicing.
でも多分
I'll never blow again.
猫ではないとは思うんですけど、似たような多分例えば
きっとありそうな
ありそうですよね。
I hope he goes in for a handshake and says boom as he does it.
すごいね、ツイッチも。やっぱドーピングうんぬん。
Clearly, that would be a connected fist bump that you would then blow up.
でも何も言われないんだし。
I think Yoshi's talking about
大変
doping.
強い用語が入っておりますね。お前らも薬割ってるじゃねえかと。そういうことですね。
まあまあ。ひかせがきっと飲むのをそっと飲んでるからうまい。
まあまあ、そっと飲んでるから。
They're typing.
これ
Give me
かなり
the
のいい用語
translation.
ですよね。援護射撃としては。最高3回とか飲んでますからね。
そうですね。
しかも割る速度速くなったからね。結構ね。そして、もう一枚ございますので、
はい。
もう一枚
All right. Chad is commenting on how Brute Bomber's doping was always just a performance because the Warrior of Light also always uses a pot and nothing happens. Yoshi P translation. We pot 3 times.
So does he. Oh my God, that's great.
Oh, that's incredible.
That's-
Only on Savage.
That's wonderful.
顔に吹きかけられるんですね。
Ooh, or are we gonna do some Jet Set Radio? Does she got her own juice there, or is that a can of spray paint?
That looks like spray paint to me.
Yeah.
Especially the way it's being held.
Mhm.
Oh, we've got a translation. Holding some sort of spray. There
Yep.
you go.
We gotta go.
Maybe it's just
tag.
pepper spray. It's just gonna spray the Warrior Light in the eyes.
Now we're gonna have that alert at the start of the game that says graffiti is art. However, when performed in public areas, it is illegal.
Oh my word.
Final Fantasy Square Enix does not support the use of graffiti in random areas.
All right, translation roll in. I am interested in comparing how players feel about her now versus how they feel about her after completing the raids.
Wait, do we know who this is?
なるほどね。同じに見えてるだけで。
I
Or-
mean, but people are reacting right now, I'm sure.
Or
It's something
am I
like
just supposed
potato.
to? Am I supposed to just be instantly in love with this? I gotta help the cat.
She got a great haircut.
ぜひですね。これね、紹介したいですけど、はい。
I love the vibe of the Arcadian so much.
ちょっともう一枚いってみましょう。
はい。まだあった。おなんじゃこれ。
Oh, is this still Arcadian? Ooh. Oh, we got a bit of a, oh, not even a bit of a straight up
Yeah, we
disco
have
vibe going on.
yeah disco.
お確かに。
なんか明らかに
この
Oh, supportourbromance.com. We're gonna have to buy truly ridiculous costumes for this one.
Wow. Cruiserweight.
だって
あ
天井からね、
ミラーボールさん。
Another dance floor.
あららなんだかな。
Oh, something's going on with your translation screen.
That's because I'm getting this picture out because I was just curious if this guy had any disco vibes on him. Slightly, maybe, but you know, we obviously have a new character here in our blonde cat boy
He looks more like Evil Knievel.
with the gold shoes.
はいはいはい
ことかな。今回も実況ついてますんで、
そうですよね。
And
I'd like
then
to request reactivation of the translations, please.
煽り加減。
は
メテムの
Thank you.
実況の
メテムさん
程よいそう煽り加減も、ヒートアップしてまいりますので、
これ良くないですね。
and there's honeycomb shaped lights.
どんどん陥っていくのが、このでっかいシルエットがなんで日本にやるのかなとか。
そうですね。
Live chat's nothing but people posting. There's lines on the
ラ
floor.
イトっぽいのは何なのかなとか。
そうです
The narrator in these raids again, a bit more teasing than the last time event. Is it a different narrator?
そうね倒れてくる
Is it not Medem again?
Well, he kind of seemed, you know, a little intimidated, a little checked out after what he witnessed last time. So it would make sense that there would be a new announcer hired since he's
Yeah.
joined the resistance.
ついてないライトの
いや、そうなんですよ。そうそう。あれが怖い。あれが光った時が怖い。
あれどうせ光るんですよねみたいな感じがあるので、
柵は壊れても低そうだからどうかな。
観覧車を映さないって書いてある。 観覧車のタイミングもだいぶね、調整してリリースしたんですけど、ギリ当たるっていう。
You think he's the president? I mean, that'd be a twist.
まあ今回もマップ
That'd be a tough one for the Lalafels. They've had a
I
lot
haven't
of
gotten.
多数ここだけ
Oh, sorry. Continue.
they've had a lot of mustache twirling twists.
まあなんか正統派
Yeah, I haven't gotten a deceitful vibe from Medem. These panels might even fall down on the arena, or the lights shoot lasers. Some lights are off. I bet they will light up during the fight. There will be a lot of map gimmicks in this raid series again.
あり
I hope so.
あり
ありそうと思ってめちゃめちゃメテム声で再生されましたよ。
ありそう
楽しみです。
確かにね。おっとここで
そうそうそう。
フィーバータイムみたいなね。ありそう
ありそう。
結構ね、今回ね、スピードの速い、
あ、そうですか。
テンポの速いバトル。まあ、ここ
Am I gonna have to look at the very edge of the arena for an eyeball like it's freaking Thordan Extreme all over again?
バトルコンテンツの魅力がいろいろ詰まってるパッチかなと思いますんで。
Maybe some pillar falling mechanics. You always love those, Kyle.
They can be fun. They can be very tricky. What I don't want to see is a roulette. Beep 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 beep
Oh.
beep 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 beep.
I mean, this is disco, but yeah, it does remind me of a casino.
Yeah, you got well, particularly with our bun boy there getting down in the back.
Yeah.
Though if we unlock a straight up pointy finger disco dance, I'm all for it. What am I looking at?
Whoa.
Warframe? What is this?
You're cool as hell looking.
Yeah,
Is it still Arcadion?
they haven't put up a new title.
No. Screenshot for the new trial. Ah, there it is.
Recollection?
ノーマル、極
Okay.
ということで、
Huh.
ノーマルと極、
Interesting.
同時実装にはなるんですが、これは元が何なのかとか、
はい。
まあ、あれこれなのかもしれないですけど、ス
Zerania.
クショしか
今日は
出せません。
これだけ。
出せません。もう一枚ございます。
Chad is yelling Beatrix. I don't understand that reference.
そうです。
Yo.
Yeah, I like it.
だね。
What fantasy are you from? I need to play that Final Fantasy.
That's cool.
出てまいりますので、
これはまだわからないことが、サイズ感も気になりますね、この人。
FF9 should have
Oh.
known. It's all FF9.
そんなでもないのか。
All the way
か
down.
っこいいというのだけ
い
お
やかっこいい
伝えして。
I want an armor set that looks like that. That looks sick.
思ってお
いや
ります
ー、何してくるんだろ
Can I get her sword?
あ
Yeah, the shoulder pads are. I just love the face
あの
stuff.
か
That's a good face.
Yeah.
今回バージョンでは
はい
もう修正しちゃったからあれなんですけど、
あ
先週頭テストしたんですけ
う。あ、
ど、
はいはいはい。
But now,
床がですね、
ええ
まあ、人間の目って本当不思議じゃないですか。騙し絵って
ああ、
る
そうですね。
じゃないですか。
はい
こう床にサークルをこう、まあ、いわゆる真心ラインの複雑なやつをこう書いてあったんですけど、
はいはいはい。
so
これがですね、こう円をこう
gonna
床に
tell
書い
us
て
if
るんだ
it's
けど
part of its own trial series or part of the
同
MSQ.
じ半径の円じゃない少しずつ
That is the big question.
こう
ははは。なんていうか、ずれ
だんだん卵型になっていくみたいなやつが
It's more of an FF9 reference that would lead me to lean that it is MSQ connected.
Yeah, but also being in anything techno would just be theming with the
はいはいはいはい。
expansion, so it could happen. It could still be
Yeah.
separate.
バトルマップって言って横行ったら平地やんみたいなそのすごい錯覚するんですよ。
作詞状態。へえ、面白い。
これはでも、
うん
もう床がギミックになっちゃってるからちょっといくらなんでも辛い人は多分辛いからちょっと直そうって言ってでも真心は捨て
I
され
was
ない
I was hoping that it wouldn't be part of the MSQ, but I am starting to feel very strongly that it is in fact still part of the MSQ.
I think it's just the smart move for the content that gets absorbed by the audience. You remove the mystery, you
I'm
add
the
hours.
audience, and I disagree.
Huh? Well, I'm talking about, big numbers. We're going big numbers. And we want that, the queue, you want people to unlock it. You want people to enjoy it. The MSQ people walk away like, I enjoyed an extra hour's worth of content. That was worth my time.
And then it still doesn't help Q because they still leave for 4
And
months.
then they leave. Yep. I'm not saying there ain't holes in it, but I totally get why it would be done that way.
ただノーマルも初見8人調整じゃなく、全体通してまず僕が先に調整して、根本的に
No translations yet.
They are typing.
じゃあバランスはまだこれから。
そうですね。ただまあノーマルに関してはギミック
All right. Translation says, so we play tested this last week, and with a mechanic that we designed, it made the floor look really I'm assuming dense for some of our testers, while it actually wasn't. That was something we already had to fix. While it might have been personal feeling, it would definitely throw some players off. Maybe I can bring some screenshots to part 2. Yeah, I would definitely like to see what you're talking about there. We only tested normal mode so far, and it was too difficult, so we're taking some mechanics out of it. Okay. I'm curious how they weigh too difficult for normal. Because they've talked a lot about harder difficulties. They're like, well, if we can clear it, we're happy with that. But obviously that cannot be the way that they judge normal difficulty. That's got to be more of a feel thing.
I mean, they probably have those down to a science now of a certain number of mechanics per second. Don't increase it to this amount.
I wonder what those two things above their head are. They do something during the fight, right? Oh, so we're just working our way through 4 lords for Unreal.
Yeah.
Okay. This fight kicked my ass. Simon says explode is a tough one for me. DDR is back.
I would be interested to do this one for that reason, though.
Yeah. We should go knock out the current Unreal.
We should, yeah, just to be
just to feel it with modern abilities.
Exactly.
歴史があったコンテンツだし、これあと判定スピードがレギュレーション違反をしていて、結構皆さん
The real dance theme this patch. That is interesting.
コンテンツデザイナーは本当に立派になって素晴らしいコンテンツをね、数々。
All right, translation says there is so much history with this content. Monks being and falling down the hole in the middle. Just monks falling down the hole in the middle? Only monks?
I guess because it's a shared LB, isn't it? So why would the monks be LBing?
Yeah. Answer the question in chat. No, Michael, no housing news yet. It'd probably be a pretty quick turnaround to address concerns about that World of Warcraft blog post.
I don't think they're that speedy.
Yeah, same.
Also, that World of Warcraft post is pure flex. There's no actual completion of any promises in there.
I don't think it's as shots fired as literally every content creator is making it out to be. Every WoW dev I'm personally friends with plays Final Fantasy 14. I think they're just legitimately trying to kind of give you a vague idea of...
Oh, yeah. No, they know exactly the checklist they should be talking about. They want to make sure they dissuade any ideas about the main steps that they want to avoid and be a part of. And I thought it was an excellent blog post in that way.
Yeah. All right, translation 4. It's time there were a lot of mechanics in this where you needed to pay attention to the map and the outside. Yeah, 100%. Short break. Okay. So they didn't explicitly confirm or deny that the trial was MSQ or not, right?
No, that's all assumption we're making unless something wasn't translated. But
yeah. Sure looks like it's MSQ.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of if I saw pictures of any of the previous separated trials, I could pretty easily be like, oh, yeah, that looks on theme. Oh, no, Hien needs help against the animal people. Okay, yeah, sure, that could happen. So it's an easy assumption to make.
Okay.
Because it shares the art style, the theme of the expansion.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, folks are saying that character is like a foil to Steiner in FF9, and that Steiner became Who's the knight that we love from 7.0?
Oh, yes. Villainy. What is his name?
Oh my god. I'm trying to remember his name without looking at chat. Otis. Yeah, Otis. So you're pulling in a character that is an Otis Otis connected character that further fuel to the this is totally MSQ fire. Brotus. Damn right, Domino.
But
right, so they're going on a 15-minute break. They said they're resuming at the 10-minute mark for the time. Look at these bros, just giggle fits. What do you think it would take to get these two to run a dungeon with us on stream, Kyle? Like, how internet famous do we need to become to make this happen?
Influential, at the very least. At the very least, need to hit levels of influence that they require our assistance.
Oh, this goes hard.
All right. So do you want to look at the previous pictures, or do you want to look at the World of Warcraft blog post that happened, since we were referencing that?
We should probably dip into it for just a quick second.
Okay.
I don't think I have too much more to say about what they showed so far. I mean, you know, be my guide, sir. You're driving this stream, so you know I'll follow your vibe. I'll follow your vibe. Coco Supered Stigma Dreamscape was an optional dungeon in Endwalker. Yes, it was.
But that was on release, right?
It was on release. So yes.
My question was, have they done any sense?
Yeah. And
in the middle of it.
Chat reminded us not since Stormblood have they added a post .0 optional dungeon.
So this was the thing we were referencing that was posted by World of Warcraft, the building in Azeroth.
And it's mostly just a preview post, but find the spot about do a Control F for lottery. That'll get us the quote that Final Fantasy 14 players have been discoursing all week.
The throwdown moment.
So to catch everyone up, if you're completely checked out of what's going on in World of Warcraft, they have announced that in a future update for retail World of Warcraft, they will be adding, for the first time in the game's history, player housing. Garrisons do not count. They were terrible and barely counts as housing, in my opinion. But you can go ahead and deselect that, Kyle, and make it a little easier for me to read. So they said this part has been getting clipped by Final Fantasy 14 players all week. It says, as part of our focus on wide adoption, we wanted to ensure that housing is available to everyone. If you want a house, you can have a house. No exorbitant requirements or high purchase costs, no lotteries, and no onerous upkeep. And if your subscription lapses, don't worry, your house doesn't get repossessed. Your houses are also shared amongst your warband, with your different characters being able to come and go as you see fit. So your orc character can hang out in your alliance house without a problem. Housing rewards are also shared across your warband, which lovely to hear. So you'll be able to use your decor collection no matter which character earns it. I really like that because that makes it sound like it's going to be working very similar, if not identically, to their transmog system, which I love. So yeah, this has been getting. How do you feel about this, man? Because this has been getting discourse to hell and back all week in the Final Fantasy 14 community. A lot of people saying shots fired. Some players and some content creators going further and looking at this and calling for Final Fantasy 14 to respond by drastically changing how their housing system works. Agree or disagree?
I mean, pressures. So here's my completely lame answer, which is pressure's good. If they see any reason to make improvements and this lights any fires, wonderful, everybody wins. My main problem with this whole post is there is no in-game representation at all. It's all just random art, which is lovely and nice, and congrats on your plans. But nothing. We
saw a little bit of in-game representation in their announcement trailer.
And nothing's been implemented. And what I see is an opportunity for more selling of things on the store. More furnishings in your house. This is a great opportunity for their, what do they call the in-game marketplace now? Trading post, to have chairs and tables, and that's no different than Final Fantasy 14. They sell housing items too that you can get. So
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to get a piece of the market pie. It's a long requested piece. I hope it works out for them.
My my like borderline internet politician response is that competition is good. But I do actually believe that. It's a boring response. But I do believe that in these types of games. Well, a lot of the major MMOs tend to push each other when they start incorporating other MMOs aspects. Because it's fun to see something that's established in like mainly one other game get reinterpreted in another, and kind of see how it can be pushed or how it can be done from a different way. And WoW just hasn't even attempted this. Some people say Garrisons again. I do not count that. There was like no customization, really, no meaningful customization. Anyway, and no reason for anyone to ever really want to come visit. While I don't completely disagree with 14 players that kind of look at like, oh man, it's nice that like, you know, you're not going to lose your house if you're sublapse. It's like I think that's a really fair response, because I know that is a stressor for quite a few people that play this game, and I don't really think it should be that way. But a lot of other things, like, did they mention neighborhoods? Can you like Control F neighborhood? I can't remember if that came up or not.
I only saw that in here we go. Deeply social. World of Warcraft is fun with other players. The housing should be no different. While players can enjoy housing, oh my god, the freaking dog. Housing purely on their own systems. The system is designed at a fundamental level to encourage interacting with players and progressing with friends, neighborhoods, guilds, and wider community in a meaningful way. So they do drop the idea that your house does exist in a space that can be visited and might be visible alongside other houses, which I think is kind of the comparison where you go, wait, are those neighborhoods infinite then? Well, why can't we have infinite, and why do I get demoed in Final Fantasy 14? So if they can pull that off, that to me is the main, if there is any shots fired, because no one wants to lose their house because they left the game.
That's the thing, yeah. But I don't know if neighborhoods are going to feel as unique or special as they do in Final Fantasy 14. I don't know, it's not a perfect system, but there is something about the scarcity of homes in Final Fantasy 14 plays a major role in homes in Final Fantasy 14 feeling as special as they do.
Well, no one's going to go to Twitter and be like, I got my World of Warcraft house, everybody. And that is a cute moment. It's a very big moment for our community, any sort of FC. There won't be that. Also, do they even bring up like guild housing? I guess they say with your guild, and you could have a guild mate visit houses. But I also do like the added level. Private neighborhoods created in groups of friends or guilds to inhabit. So you can create a private neighborhood that your whole guild could fill out together. That's kind of cute.
Fun. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That does sound fun. Alyssa, thanks for the super. Can have shared storage with other people in WoW housing, like. If I allow my friends in, is there a house bank vault? Because that would be sick. Oh, that would be sick. I don't know if they've mentioned anything like that. I would imagine you could probably throw down guild vault access, or maybe even just standard bank access.
Yeah, particularly if you organize that neighborhood to be a system, like someone's house gets to be the armory, someone's house is the blacksmith, someone's is the stables, and then you have a guild bank house lying out there. That'd be adorable.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. I'm just enjoying Classic so much more than retail these days, but I don't know. I was never interested in housing because I played World of Warcraft, so it didn't need to be. And then I do enjoy housing in Final Fantasy 14. It's not like my main focus, but I do like it quite a bit, and so I'm kind of excited to get in there and poke around when this hits World of Warcraft.
The warband thing is really cute, particularly if there is some sort of theming, like, I could leave my Tauren looking like he's cooking, and he's over there being a chef in my house, and I'm walking around as my Alliance paladin, and, oh, hey, look at that, my hunter's outside petting dogs. But they haven't brought anything up like that. I'm not sure of how the warband thing has worked out. I love it on paper. Implementation. Did it succeed?
Warband?
Yeah.
Warband's great. Yeah, just a certified hit. as in my opinion, and it feels like in the opinion of most players of World of Warcraft. Warbands are nice. So yeah. So anyway, that's the main reason a lot of 14 players are talking about WoW housing right now. What?
Just the dog.
The giant Heidelin dog.
It's so ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna BRB.
Okay. Oh, some great cosplays. Holy crap. Oh, they're making their own squapes? That's hilarious. They got a full-on studium? Oh, my word. Oh, any plans to do chaotic before 7-2? Since we have an extra week, that is very, very possible. We don't have it on a calendar at this time. We were operating thinking that this would drop 1 week earlier than announced. So we do have a little extra time. Ranor, thanks for the super. Morning gamers. I overslept first half of the live letter. We excited so far. It's I would say so far it's things I expected. So nothing has surprised me. Kyle liked how the dungeon looked. What they showed of the dungeon, I'm like, ooh, I don't like this nearly as much as the 7-1 dungeon, just from a purely vibes perspective. So yeah, I would say I'm whelmed at the moment. I am whelmed. Not under or over. I'm simply whelmed. Oh my God, that food looks amazing. Oh my goodness. Don't show me food right now. Yeah. That was a good Sphene. Solid Sphene. Whelmed is good for second monitor content. Surabachi, thanks for the super. Have they given any timeline on WoW housing? We need to see the real stuff before we can say it's yeah or no. I mean, that's true of anything. I don't know. I don't know if they've given a time. They said the expansion, right? Which expansion did they say it was going to be for? From a quick Googling, said it was going to be the Midnight expansion, which means that's the next expansion, which would probably, knowing WoW's history, probably drop a little bit before the expansion on like the expansion's pre-patch potentially. WoW roadmap, Midnight starts in summer of this year. Jesus, really?
Oh yeah, that's
that's
right.
the reveal.
Yeah.
That's the reveal of the expansion. I'm looking at the roadmap right now. 2025 roadmap. They considered November summer?
That's a stretch.
Oh wait, no, that's a patch. That's a patch. Never mind. 11.2 is a patch, not a date. Okay. Yeah. So Midnight expansion reveal is on the 2025 roadmap for summer. And then there's a little housing icon in winter. So is that what it's dropping? Get ready for pre-purchase editions that include early access housing. I mean, 14 does early access bullshit too. Like at this point, I give up. I hate it. I hate it when everyone does it.
Well, and every single dev, not just World of Warcraft, has come forward and said, we have been told to find value in the pre-sale, and it's for marketing, but it's also for you, and you're excited and you're going to buy it anyway. So if we give 3-day early access, honestly, I like it because it gets the wave out of the way. I have seen way less server issues in every single game I've played that's done buy it to get in early, because I don't want to support that, but I also benefit because it's like saying, hey, here's a Disney park. All the rides in the back are busy now. All the rides in the front are free, and you can get on early. And I have zero entry getting in any of those zones.
They are returning. It is the 10-minute mark, 7:10 in the morning. Oh, dear God. How have I been awake this long already?
I want an astrologian mountain that's just laying down like that Lalafell. I just want to lean back on some stars and have them carry my ass around.
Lady in the gold boots is also kind of doing it.
Pebbles
chilling over on the left side there.
There, you're absolutely right. Pre-purchasing isn't the issue. Charging more for the pre-purchase. Yes, the legendary of to get in the 3 days early.
But they're not gonna otherwise. Why do it? Like they're not gonna.
And it's about how you value your time. But they are taking advantage of that. I agree with that 100%.
いただけたかな。
思い出動画が終わった瞬間にトイレ行ってくれっていうコメントが多数見れたんですが、はい、無情にもですね、こっち側からあと45秒ですっていうアナウンスが来てですね、いや無理やろっていう。
I like your energy, Charlotte. Let it be free. Unlock the idols. Give Dark Knights the big sword pose, really. Like, come on.
Oh my God, I want the female idol so bad. It's so much better than the male idol.
Yeah, it really is. All right, here comes. I see it. I see the field operation. I see some gathering business.
Oh,
there's a stack of papers.
Translation: seeing the FanFest keyword right now gives me a headache.
Well, that's a lot of work, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's so difficult finding locations. Oh, is that a tease? Are we not going back to Vegas this year? I would not be mad if we didn't go to Vegas.
Let's not do Vegas. Let's not do Vegas.
Unless it's not the summer, because I did have a really good time in Vegas when I went this past October. I had a phenomenal time. I do not want to be back in Vegas in July. There's just no space. Anaheim Convention Center is massive, guys. I have a suggestion.
Woo! Shots fired. Final Fantasy takes same convention center.
You don't win the lottery? Yes, for you to win the ticket lottery, we're trying really hard to find big venues. I thought we were talking about housing lottery for a second there.
No, that's on us. We talked about that during the break.
I know that's on us. Chat brought it up first. Chat was like, a couple people have come and been like, hey, have they said anything about housing?
Isn't there just a huge convention center in some adorable town we could just go inhabit for a week?
Oh, dude, let's do something like the Appalachians or something.
Man.
Like, let's go to the mountains.
Find a nice little ski village.
Even if it's off season. Just get tucked away. I need to go look at that black milk stuff. I want this hoodie. Oh yeah, shit, there's the hoodie.
Well, and a lot of small towns are starting their own requirements too. Their own lockouts, as it were, their own reservations to make sure their small town isn't overrun.
Mm.
それと同時にさ、皆さんにお伝えできるものの
It's not enough if we book a venue for 2 days. We need to get all the stages built, do rehearsals. FanFest usually ends in the evening, so we'll most likely need the day after as well. Yeah. I mean, that's just convention logistics. And for all attendees, we obviously want to have the event during a weekend. Yes, which inflates costs. We had done our GG meetup on like a Tuesday. It would have probably been like half the price. We didn't even rent a particularly massive space. What about weather conditions, accommodations? I mean, after Vegas and July, I'm not sure how much you consider that.
Well, they did mention in the past that they looked at and really considered outdoor venues just for the pure size of things that have been happening.
Oh, that would suck for cosplay.
Well, and rain and everything else that you can't
Yeah.
predict.
Yeah. Unless we have venues booked, we also can't announce any dates. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
色分けされた T シャツを着て踊るんだなっていうところが
Do it outdoors, find a fairground, have fun with it. I like seeing the cosplay too much.
したんだよね。やれってやれって
我々やったけどって。
そうね。
At least planning is starting now. I mean, for something that size that happens in 3, eventually 4 different locations, like yeah, you gotta plan early.
It'd be a nonstop process for some part of the team dedicated to it.
Yeah. Seeing FanFest clips gives me really hype for them, says the translation here. Funny to see how every region also has a long fall dance during the event. You want MMO players to spend time outdoors? Gasp.
ね、別にみんな楽しく踊れればいいじゃないって言うんですけど、いや、あれは
We almost got stranded at the Renaissance Festival because of torrential downpour. To that outdoor event, Kyle.
The mud there was so intense.
I didn't have 4-wheel drive yet either. You made it in a Corolla. I couldn't believe it. That road was treacherous.
Oh, Kristen takes good care of her car.
You guys got some driving skills. And when our Japanese team sees the quality of the dance other global teams have, they all get stressed out that they need to improve.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's hilarious.
I mean, you could half the dancers, no shade because I'm throwing shade at myself here. Half the dancers have my face while they're doing their dance while raiding. They are at 100%.
No blinking.
Yep.
Just remembering.
Yeah.
No blinking, just choreography.
Should have done their cup of noodles test before going on stage. The long arms dance, yeah.
Took the entire orchestra. Damn. That's a lot. You imagine booking flights for an orchestra? Yeah, we're going to need to check 4 tubas. Transporting cellos, don't get me started.
Oh my god. I think I'd rather just ship it.
I mean, it depends, right? Like if it's a single personal instrument, you probably want to be with it. My buddy sent me a bunch of photos once because he was on the same flight as the band Rancid. And as he was getting off the plane, just a ton of their gear was coming off. Because it's just like it's personal guitars that these dudes have had for 30 years.
You don't want that tossed around.
Yeah, they don't want it going missing either. No. If Bond taught me anything, cello cases are perfect sleds. Oh my god, I haven't thought about that gag in a while. Which one was that? Oh, shit. All right, let's see. Foxclon, it's also funny to see how wherever we go, people try to attune with the Aetheryte. Oh, that word.
Yep.
You're all so very charming. Haven't heard of Rancid in years. Kate and I go every time they're in town. Every time. Been a while. All right, but enough about my obsession with 90s punk. What's next? Oh, here we go. Cosmic exploration.
Yeah,
this looks so charming.
Look at her, just wanted to exploit that planet.
Oh, I kind of want to. Oh, am I gonna have to start crafting, Kyle? This looks really charming.
She's gonna go mine the world. I like that the bunny is thinking about space.
Ooh, I like the vibe of this.
Just thinking about space over there.
気づきましたね。
はい。
はい。
というわけでこちらがまあコンセプトアートという
If you just give me elaborate with the just rip off the space module from Portal 2. Just make that a new Loporit's personality. I'd be super into that.
Lean into it, make it cute. Like when you arrive, you get assigned your own Loporit, you upgrade your Loporit.
Yeah. Translation, we had a different name for this in development, sort of along the lines of planetary cultivation. But that would also give too much of the island feeling. Okay. All right, collaborate with players from your world as you explore the cosmos in this new activity designed for crafters and gatherers.
Wait.
I mean, if we're collabing with other players, I don't think it would give too much of an island feel.
The lines of a planetary cultivation.
はい。
Hmm.
で、まあ、過去ね、ジュガルド復興っていうのを
What? Why are you humming?
No, I'm just, yeah, I'm just
当然我々経験もいろいろしております。まあ、あの時
wondering how aggressively we're cultivating these. Because now we're cosmically, we're just exploring. We're not cosmically exploiting. We're just exploring, you know?
I'm seeing Lalafells. We're cosmically exploiting.
はいはい。
いろいろ
Where there's Lalafells, there's exploitation.
はい。
It's just canon at this point.
Yeah, I would assume that they're going to take their lessons from Island and combine it with what they did for Ishgard.
Yeah. Discover a new star ripe for exploration in each major patch of the 7.x patch series. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool.
絵が変わる。
はいはいはい。
すごいな、ヒカセンってまだ
All right, Chad, on the back end of this, I'm going to talk to you about how this usually goes because I'm curious
終わらせろよ。
how many crafters should I have leveled and ready to go if I want to enjoy this to its
Oh,
fullest.
get ready for it.
Do I need to become an Omni crafter?
やっていただこうと思ってます。はい。では、ちょっとまあ、
Explore, expand, exploit, exterminate. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
kill him.
well, you know that, yeah, let's read between the lines, but yeah, yeah.
ご覧いただきましょう。
はい。じゃあ見てみましょう。
Okay. All right, are we going to show some of the upgrades that'll happen over time here?
星です。
I would imagine. Are we just on the moon?
The moon would be a logical place to start. They say multiple worlds and stars, so
はい。
do we just go to other planets in our spaceship?
ポツンと
Yeah.
最初は
I don't
な
know.
んたって2階ですから、
そうですね。
これなんとかしましょうみたいな。
A housing zone?
えらいもん
All right. So Yoshi's saying this is how it looks in the
Okay.
beginning.
からやるのっていう。
So it looks like you're playing Starfield, just a big planet of nothing.
And we're going to put some stuff down.
Yeah, get your John Maddens out, everybody. Get ready.
こんな広大な庭をお持ちなんですか？
もう手に負えませんよ、
ちょっ
こんなに
とすぐ連絡をいただいてもよろしいですか？
開拓しに行きましょう。
そうですね。こちらがですね
Someone's saying
はい
this is like your garden?
次。
Question mark? Are we going to expand on that comment?
That's a
Yoshi?
strange way to put it.
はあはあ
What is it? Oh, well, this makes more sense.
Okay, so we're doing some terraforming.
Oh, the fauna is neat.
ちょっと違いそうですよね。
そうですね。
で、ギャザラーの皆さんとかだと、
はい
何が取れるのかなっていう。
確かに。
Dragon Age Veilguard haters in tears.
ある
I just hate purple so much.
I hate purple so
I hate
much.
the
I can't,
purple.
I
Oh my
just
God.
can't stand the purple.
That's so awful.
いや確かに。
All right, translation coming in. Of course, it is a different vegetation than what we have on Earth.
はい。
I would hope so.
なるほど。
まあ、掘るでしょうよと。
はい。
Are we going to clear out the beautiful
由来の
historic craters?
なんやらね。
これ
Or
は
are we
星
going to
深いですね
integrate them?
The national park
うん
of the
Let's get
moon?
some deeper ones and, you know, make our own
コスモエク
cenotes.
スプローラーですから
Let's bring cenotes to other stars, Kyle.
なんかね、奥にちらっと、ね、
本当だ。
見えてた。
I mean, that could be that one right there. You add a heating element. It's a nice, lovely little like spa
Yeah.
or hot tub.
And we get a hot spring going on the moon.
That deeper one, you just add a salt filtration, turn into a saltwater pool. Nurture the development of planets by completing missions and events as a community.
それがこの遊び。
そうそう。
コスモエクス
All right, cool, sick.
はは
Fill the bar. We like that.
そりゃわ
I like
かる
filling
I
the
like
bar.
filling bars.
はい。
まあ
Filling
シンプル
bars
で
is
す
fun.
I will donate my bandages.
そうですね。
はい。素材を取っていただき、
はい。
物を作って
う、ん。
いろんなものを建設していこうじゃないかということですよね。じゃあ、
はい。
まあ、どんな風に
Did Ishgarden Restoration have story elements like Doman had? Because obviously I can't undo the restoration. Not by myself anyway.
I've never done any of this stuff, so I don't know.
ご紹介いただける。
スクリーンショットで
Yes? Okay. Yeah, there's story to it. Okay.
ゆっくり一枚ずつ
Way more than Doman.
見ましょう、見ましょう。
はい。まずは、
Because you did, what did you do? You did Doman Restoration, right?
Yeah, I finished it.
Because
Moon buggy.
絶望すら。
Ooh.
はい。
So how are we building things and how do we develop this planet, says the translation. Okay, well that's leading in.
何やら耳
Some of these in the past have led to like permanent changes, right? Like new housing opening up in Ishgard, right? Wasn't that a thing that like the community worked toward?
Wasn't Idleshire also a very light one of these? I think it just happened over patches. I don't think anyone contributed to it.
Yeah, so like what's the difference? Like why because Idleshire now is just permanently completed for players like us who got there late. But for me, Domain Restoration still hasn't happened because I haven't done it. So I'm wondering, like, I never really thought about this before. So I haven't engaged with any of this content. Where's the line drawn?
なるほど。
And the goal, if Ishgarden Restoration is moon housing on the other side.
Yeah.
うんうん。
Oh, dude, we got another like rainbow etherite.
Yeah, I like that. I like the NASA
It
punk.
looks sick.
空気あるの空気あるの
Obviously, vanilla base. Dude, this looks really cool.
まだ行月のフィナー
I
レ
like the aesthetic of this a lot. Immediately look at chat. I just see moon lesbians.
Summon
I would read.
forth.
I would read the fuck out of a book called Moon Lesbians.
誰かが大気を作ってくれているか
Oh my god.
それに補給など無用
そうですね。
Ishgard had the entire system reward structure built into it versus just being a quest chain.
作ってったりするわけですが、
はい。
これがさらに、発展していくと、
うん
次のスクリーンショットのようになります。
Okay. Oh, and then you expand. Hey, that's cool. Can I go in the tubes? I
That's-
want to go in the tubes.
That's wild.
入れそうなところや、
なんかそうですね。
なんか
AEIOU intensifies.
I mean, why not? But that's wild.
あります。
All right, chat. I apologize in advance. AEIOU? Don't you mean gay EIOU?
結構、まあ、デザイン
Perfect.
的には
Nailed it.
14
It's right there.
チームで
It's right there.
It would be a real
Please-
shame
please
if
take that, bring that to other streams.
な内容になって
My gift to you.
ほうほうほう
be shame if sci-fi was in Final Fantasy 14.
まあ、奥の方になんか
Some of these buildings look like you can enter. Interesting gates in the back. Okay, thank God. Sweet. I can go in the tubes.
More doors, please. Even if they're recycled rooms, less signs on doors, more doors. Love it.
ジップラインが
あー、なるほど。
These conveyor belts get me excited. That's definitely not happening.
青い線で
ははは
That's probably just a transportation launcher between neighborhoods or something like that.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, that looks cool as hell. That better launch is somewhere. There's a zip line.
It's on,
hard
it's
to
on
see.
the floor though, so you would ice skate on it like Alexander conveyor belts.
Oh, it is on the floor. Yeah, you're gonna grind it like Sonic.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, you're
Oh,
on a
it's got a
little.
little platform.
There you go.
Okay.
ビューンと
Okay, that looks satisfying.
そんなものが必要なほど広いんですね。
広いんですよ
詰まるところ。
だってこのスクリーンショット見てもさ奥の方見てくださいよ
With hopefully a walk into it. I'm gonna be shallow here, but living memory, having to talk to a person to zip line, super lame. I
It
wanted
is
to jump
super
on
lame,
it.
dude. I'm with you. Yeah, it was a massive missed opportunity to feel just a little more connected and interactive in that zone.
うん。
みんなで
I wanted to grind on
Is
my
it-
shoes. We have the pose. It's from Alexander. We could absolutely do it.
Yeah.
But I bet you the Loperates would think that's against safety regulations or something.
They don't seem like they have very many safety regulations. All right, there are zip lines in the back left to the right as well. These will have to be built. Okay, sick. That's going to feel really exciting the day that the zip lines are completed. This zone does look really big. Look in the back distance. You can see even more zip lines trailing off to another cliffside.
Yeah. That's how they do the connectivity, right? You get one zip line going to the next area and then the next area.
Yeah. I'm going to have to craft. I'm going to need to finally get off my ass and craft.
I'm so confused about crafting in this game.
Dude, these pods look really neat. Oh, shit, dude. You know what I want now? I want my own spaceship. I want a spaceship I can customize.
Oh,
that I
that'd be
actually can
something.
enter and hang out in with my friends.
Yeah.
That can take me here.
Spaceship housing when? Just give me
Dude,
an apartment.
What if this ended with us like opening a housing district on the moon?
Well, that's what Ishgard did, right? So it's a pretty obvious carrot on the stick. But I'm saying give me an apartment that is a spaceship. You know, just give me a long apartment.
Yeah. Not all of these containers can be entered. Aw. I'm assuming that's what the red light means. Firefox is curious what you find confusing about crafting.
Oh, you would probably call it WoW brain, but I head into the field and I don't see any nodes and I kill things and things don't drop off them. So I really just disconnected with it. So I need to sit down and do some serious research on how crafting works in this particular game.
Yeah, because I've just been buying the materials that I need.
Exactly.
For the little bit of crafting that I've done, I don't really understand how to find those materials organically. Hitting the boss with a gunblade I made with duct tape, that does sound kind of awesome. Like, that does sound kind of awesome. My carrot on a stick is being able to do super repairs for myself. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, that would be nice. I want to be able to cook my own food. That's just something I enjoy.
Yeah, Muna is translating this too. I want this to have a strong feeling of doing it together to give that MMO feeling. Island Sanctuary was solo content, but this is meant to be done together. But you will still be able to enjoy it solo as well. Yeah, I think that's fair. Island Sanctuary, what little I interacted with it felt extremely isolating. I was really put off of it quite quickly, which is a shame because I thought it was very pretty and I would have liked to hang out there more. But I don't want to be alone in MMO. If I want to be alone, there's a billion other games I'd go play.
So when it comes to crafting, as you say, and as I'm slightly aware, a lot of it's done through retainers, which isn't the exploration vibe that gets me to kind of zone out and play. It's menu working, which is very kind of an optimized mindset. Is this zone going to be more personable, walk around, node, talk to certain individuals, drop off, pick up, like maybe the leve plates are? Or is this more...
What's a leve? This would be known as typical gathering is. Oh, leaves. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I thought there was like something I'd never heard of.
Oh, sure. No, I just mispronounced it.
Okay. I'm not even sure if leaves is correct. I've always said leave.
Oh, wait,
Make like a quest and leave.
I might actually have an answer for what I was just saying here.
Okay, during Ishgard Restoration, it was more of a real-time thing where only players who were there for each step could visually see the development and differences. But this time, we also want people to be able to look back, even if they only join the content at a later stage.
Wait, what? Is this a mount? Or is this a vehicle you drive to collect nodes?
Do you see the person?
Yeah, the person's
the
up in there. That's ridiculous.
Dude, that's sick. I did not expect to show up to this live letter and give a flying shit about this, but this is cool.
やっぱこれぐらいある
I'm calling it out. Biggest surprise of the live letter. I care about this.
The path to craft streams begin.
確かに。
Oh yeah, get ready for a lot of F it we streams from me. Yeah, I need to level my crafting.
It is weird that the gun is firing.
コックピット丸出しでも大丈夫
Exactly, Kiri. It is too bad that Final Fantasy XIV doesn't have science fiction.
まあまあこういう
Kira, a mount to surpass the fat cat.
まあもちろん
Thanks for the super.
そのなんか報酬的なところとかね
I love robot feet like that.
もう一枚見て
Good robot feet.
Ooh, Commander.
ゲームが違いすぎて
そうですね。急に。
Starlog. Whatever year it is.
顔だけ広し感あるけど。
What game is this? This is the translation.
Yeah.
急になんか
そうですね。
ね
Hell yeah.
I don't think you're wrong on Starfield, honestly. Like, MMOs, we did Cyberpunk because Cyberpunk was out. MMOs are always heavily influenced by whatever people are watching and doing at the time.
Well,
So-
his face looks like a warrior of light, but that's about it. Says
Let's
the translation.
all pray, hope against all hope that the new Jurassic World is good so we can have a proper dinosaur expansion.
Dude, did you watch the trailer?
It looks like shit. Flaming hot.
Oh, I completely disagree with you. It has sauce unlike any Jurassic World trailer has
It
had
is
before it.
flat. Absolutely
It actually
flat.
looks like a movie,
そうか。
like that with a director that knows what they're doing. I think it looks legit. I think this is this is the first time I'm actually excited to go see a Jurassic World movie.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Since they put world at the end of Jurassic.
Or you can hope it bombs and Graha is actually available to do voice work again.
これは
なんかホログラフ
All right, Yoshi P says Kyle's wrong. Continuing, well, since the Warrior of Light is wearing this outfit, obviously that means players can obtain it. So you're gonna get to be your Star Trek captain there, Kyle.
It looks like I've trapped the Loporits in in a jail, in some sort of
I'm,
void jail.
I'm a bounty hunter, and I am taking these Loporits in.
混ざってますね
It's like the
This
Mr.
looks- Oh, what were you gonna say?
the Mr. Incredible jail. We have them tied up and we're gonna taunt them.
Yes, that, or I was gonna say episode 2 when Count Dooku captures Obi-Wan, and he's just like spinning around under the
Yep.
light, talking to Count Dooku.
The spinning was so unnecessary.
You're never gonna get away with this Warrior of Light. You used to be a Jedi of the Council. What happened to you?
まあというわけで
Oh my word.
あるんですが
And why are they being spooky?
I don't know.
レポリットが
Vigil, thanks for the 32 freaking months. That I am a Trekkie and I am foaming at the mouth. I'm so here for this. Also, I can attempt to put together a beginner's crafting gathering guide. I've been sent over a few, Vigil. I think didn't you send me one like forever ago? I've got a heading. I've started a little bit of crafting. Oh, okay, we're not capturing them. Yoshi P says the Loporits will support you in your explorations. Oh, I wanted to be at war with the Loporits.
Give us our own. Let us name it.
Oh, dude, that'd be sick. Name your Loporit.
Upgrade your
Make it like
Loporit.
like a Palico in Monster Hunter.
I mean, the Chocobo, we have a whole companion menu. What are we doing with it? Like, let's add a Loporit in there.
That's a good
Dress
point.
them up,
Yeah,
put on some
add another-
barding.
Oh my god, add way more companions. That would be sick.
みんなでやる系は
Translation today is only screenshots, but we're almost done with the development, so I can show you a lot during the next live letter. All right, sick.
思い立ついいきっかけにもなる。
Raynor, thanks for the super. Said Ishgard Resto lets you start at a low level and level your crafters and gatherers through the content. Hoping this one does the same. It's pretty self-contained and made it all less confusing.
はい次の星行きます
Oh, interesting. Yeah, they haven't mentioned what level of crafting you can start this at. I guess I just assumed I needed to be leveled and ready to go. Okay. Another translation coming in. And as I said, this is the first planet. During the next update, we'll go to the next one. Ooh, customized Loporit? Maybe. Why you got a red robe? Or are you just an important Loporit?
なるほど。
Hmm. Interesting. Naming Way? Why do we know this? Naming Way? Does Naming Way have a red robe? Who the frick is Naming Way?
I'm guessing it's a FF reference from another game. Okay, yeah.
Final
FF
Fantasy
forward.
IV reference? Oh, okay. All right. Hopefully it doesn't come with Final Fantasy IV music. Lathrinas, thank you for the super. Said YouTube was like, other people are supering, you should too, and I'm a sucker for peer pressure. Wait, YouTube does that?
News to us, but thank you.
Yes, thank you for the peer pressure. Oh, translation, Yoshi P says, I don't know what way this is, but please look forward to it. Now for battle content. What does that say? Oh, new field operation.
Yeah, this is the Occult Crecent.
Oh, yeah, more Dawn Trail vibes. Let's do it.
Crazy name.
The vibes of the zones in Dawn Trail are phenomenal. And I spend very little time in them in Endgame because I'm not out there doing fates. So please bring more of that. Aztec, Mayan, South American vibes. Like, I love the way the zones look.
I mean, lean into it. If we're doing the moon on top of this and the Arcadion and the MSQ and Solution 9, let's go full Synode. Let's just take it back. That's the point to
Yeah.
explore at this point, too, is what Dad was up to
Yeah,
on the throne.
big adventure vibes. All right. Yeah, Yoshi P's translation, the third installment after Eureka and Boja. Freaking love Boja. In the treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle lies the Occult Crecent, an isle shrouded in mystery. Should you wish to unveil its secrets, you must explore the unmapped terrain and battle against the isle's inhabitants.
Cool. Nice. Just put a bunch of Troll Vidral everywhere. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think you need to worry about more Boja unless Eureka. Eureka is systems heavy, and I don't see why they would go back to that.
It does make it unique, but I don't know. I mean, the fact that you can set like the elemental system to auto in Eureka just makes it so I just don't think about it.
Right. Trivializes it in an odd way.
And I don't particularly love loading up like the unique ability things. Like I'm like, I don't want to think about this. I just want to play my character and enjoy the zone. Translation coming in. This will be a big field. You will be exploring it together with multiple other players, followed by looks pretty. I agree. I like to look at this a lot. Translation is extremely obvious.
There's even a ship.
We just arrived. There is even a ship. I think that's a massive stretch, Leith. I feel like the zone and the exploration and the combat and the grinding and the experiencing it with other players, I think that's the point. I don't think the extra actions are the entire point of Eureka.
That's handsome. What's with the gate obscuring the giant flying onion? What's going on there? What's with the
What?
bubbles?
What is that?
Also, we know that building there on the bottom right, not the tent, but that's what's that dungeon?
Amdapur.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be coming across other Tonberries, or Amdapur there before the Tonberries? It's Nimian, that's right. Yeah. Or no, Wandering Palace. Sorry, I get those two confused a lot.
And then we got a big gear on top of that one over there.
Oh, there is one. Yeah, look at that. Rock, thanks for the super. I remember pre-launch, people were expecting Kent and Rom to have gotten lost here. No, turns out dude just had a summer jungle home and stayed. Yep, pretty much. Also got stabbed and lived. Barely an inconvenience.
I mean, he was attempting to Obi-Wan the situation and protect things from afar.
Oh, dude, this looks sick. I love the Wandering Palaces is one of my favorite dungeons, particularly from like the Realm Reborn era. But to see more of that vibe brought back in. All right, translation coming in. A space this size, designed like this, you will probably fight something here. Oh, you cheeky.
Wow.
You
Just-
cheeky,
oh my
cheeky
god.
Yoshi P.
Then no way.
雰囲気出てきました。
でかい
What is going on with this guy? We've seen
でかい
like
ですね。
アラミゴの王宮ぐらい
little disruptions and
全然ありそう。
tricks to the light. This looks so cool.
でかい
A little Yavin-ish.
広島はどういうサイズ感
With
なの
the moss growing up. The,
Yeah, definitely. The old temple being consumed.
yeah.
でまあ
But more open to the sky than Yavin was, because Yavin was like under a jungle canopy. Dude, this looks sick. Like this is the polar opposite of just the mud pit when you start Bosha.
Boja was an accurate
Brown.
battlefield, and
It's
to its
brown.
detriment.
It was 360 era brown.
Well, and it was a tough advertisement too. Like I didn't delay much, but looking up the game when I did and seeing Boja, I was like, oh, is this Endgame? Is this what I have to look forward to?
Yeah. Can you scroll up a bit on the translation?
What are you looking for? Oh, the little bit of
There was a
Alamigo?
translation we missed. Said, and you will definitely be exploring the inside of that castle. Might be as big as the castle in Alamigo. Oh, okay.
As an
Oh, it's just gonna be dinosaurs running around.
is that a reference to running a dungeon? As in, like you're gonna unlock a dungeon instead of a raid at the end of it?
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't take it that literally, but I don't think it's wrong to read into that a bit. Landscape might be the only thing calm about this. All right.
Wow,
All right, everybody. Look respectfully.
that is perky.
That looks painful.
I hope she's mid bounce because that ain't right.
Not sure. I'm not even sure. I hope it's mid bounce. That's gonna hurt coming down.
They got the
Goodness
warrior.
gracious
They got the
me.
warriors of light accurate though. We got
Where's the bunny looking? Trace the eye line from that bunny.
well, the bunny's blocked currently. Eye line is blocked.
I don't think it matters with the bounce that high.
What is
This boss doesn't really fit the vibe. What happened? You think that bunny is also a boss? This is the translation. They're just being quirky now.
the boss
Oh,
didn't
man.
fight the hive? What happened? I mean, so they're time dilation bubbles that are unleashing enemies from across the Final Fantasy 14 pantheon. That's
Sure
why we
looks
have
like it.
Flaming Pepsi Man here coming out
Oh man, don't you just want to clap those cheeks?
every time. And that guy, yeah. So they're
よくない。
so if they do like a time bubble thing that's happening throughout of it, you could just use all your old monster models.
Yeah, do a bunch of throwbacks. Get a bunch of fan favorites in there. Cherry Pepsi.
どんどんやってっていただくことになりますし、
はい。
なりますし、続いては
We've packed this content with many different types of battles this time.
Oh, he looks good in white.
大規模な、
なるほどね。
ボスバトル
Oh, just big Senator vibes, man.
3, 4, wait,
これさ、この岩絶対隠れ
10.
るやつ
Okay, so we're looking at
プレイヤーのサイズがちっちゃいのなんの。
うん。
How many
Hmm.
players?
well, I count 10 on screen already.
と思いきや、
Yeah, I am also counting 10.
このわかんないじゃん。この十字が急に
Which is a weird number. I guess some could be hiding behind the rocks in advance.
Yeah. I'm not seeing anyone behind rocks though. I thought that was a player over in the right there, but that's just like look like a sword. That's part of the cross mechanic.
Oh, it could be like a teleport in, kind of like the one-on-ones that happen in Boja.
で、
Oh, yeah, this could still be part of the open world. You're right.
おお。
Translation said you might think only one rock remains, but what if this cross AoE suddenly starts rotating? Oh no, don't.
これは。よくこの瞬間撮ったな。
What was it, Tokar and Razor? Which one was the snapping turtle from Turtles 2? That's what that reminds me of.
Count 15 here, so you could have like a in-betweener of a trial and alliance.
Yeah. This just looks like this looks like a world boss. This looks like a boss out in the world because of the circle, right? That's usually how they throw up a barrier in Boja.
For the people who get teleported inside and then you can
Yeah.
cheer from the outside.
Yeah, fate boss. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Instead of just one player, you got the the top 10, top 16 players get to go in.
Looks like a duel with more than one player. Interesting.
I think that's a great idea.
なるほど。
まだございます。大人数。
わ
Ooh, cool.
ーむちゃくちゃしよる。
Damn.
大人数、それどっち
I know the players are flying. Nice timing for the screenshot. Translations continue. A turtle shell on the left, some objects on the right. We tried to only have the good things of Eureka and Boja.
そうね。外周の圧確かに強いですね。
そうね。
I mean, I would hope you wouldn't intentionally be keeping things that you think are bad.
さあ、同じポーズを。一人
I
だ
like
け
how,
違う
like the
ポーズ
stone monsters.
Yeah.
It's a good vibe.
わかるか。まあいろんなタイプの
The Goon Squad.
ございまして。
Catery.
やっぱりま
A larger and larger man.
エウレカでね、
はい、
全体で協力してやっていくタイプのレイドみたいなのって、まあ、大変ね、あれでしょ、アーセナル。
ああ、はい。
今もなお、実は韓国版とか中国版もそうですけど、コミュニティがあってこう、どんどん新しい人をクリア目指していこうみたいなところもあってですね、
はい、
今回、しょっぱなから、ございます。ほう。
Chat says, "Don't touch me, or my son, or his son, or his son, or his son."
Oh, here we go. Okay, so here's the declaration of the raid. Challenging a raid with up to 48 players.
Is that how big the raid in Boja was?
It was big. I don't
Was
know
it
the exact count.
48? Seems big to me. Am I just remembering wrong? Yes, it was 48.
Wow.
Huh. Okay. Boja was 56? What? Huh, okay. Wait, we were late, so it's not 48 anymore? Or people just don't bother filling it that high? Okay. Gotcha. The translation say?
Interesting. Ooh. Put a demon wall on there.
It sure looks like it. See if we missed any translations because they're posting pictures. Okay, nothing. Just 48 man raid will be there from the start. That's good to know.
There are lines on the floor.
What? Oh my god, I didn't know that. I like these vibes, Kyle. I like these vibes a lot.
Yeah, looks like they've got some good events going on in here.
が、ちょっとシステム周りを少し、こっちは触れておこうと思います。
お願いします。
ショット大丈夫ですかね。はい。まずレベルに関してですが、
To enter, players must have a disciple of war or magic at level 100. I kind of assumed that.
Yeah, but Boja was so good for leveling. I don't know if that was after the fact.
While exploring the Occult Crecent, players will be able to raise their knowledge level, greatly influencing the outcome of battles against the creatures of the Isle.
Okay, so there's sort of a Eureka-like investment in... We also had those books we were getting for, like, mount speed and stuff inside, so...
Yes, yeah. Scrolls and such.
Yeah.
Translation, we really put in a variety of different kind of battle contents. Can you scroll back up? We really put a variety of different kind of battle contents into this, so anyone can have something they would enjoy doing together with others. Okay, sick. We're gonna have fun with our community, I know that much.
Phantom jobs?
Phantom. What?
クレセントアイルに独自のジョブっていうものがあり
On
ます。
the Isle,
Mm.
players will have access to unique jobs known as
そ
phantom jobs.
の任意の、ジョブをサポートジョブに設定することで
When
Main job.
equipped, they will grant
Main
players
job.
new actions that can be
性能を
used
加
with
え
their
て
main
その
job.
サポートジョブが持ってるアクションとか特性っていうのが使えるようになってい
Oh,
きます
gotta use new buttons. I've got
Okay,
so
so
many buttons.
so it's like a secondary job. It's not so much you pick actions as you pick a collection of
Well-
actions.
Guild Wars 1ing.
Yeah.
そうね。ほう
So that's cool. They wanted to give us more than one action, but they didn't want you to mix and match for some reason. Probably so you can't screw it up.
これが
Which is a good thing.
辛い話題のサポートジョブ。
Yeah, I'd like a heal and a taunt. Well, it's like, well,
じゃあ
how you going to use that, Clothy?
で
はい。
じゃあどん
そ
な
うですね。
感じっていう
妄想が膨らむところです。はい。
こちら、
はい
まず、まあメインジョブ、今、
Alright.
コンテンツに突
Give me an
して
example.
Example?
Give me something to
はい
chew
いきま
on.
すよ、と
うん
いう時に、サポートジョブ、例えば文句をくっつけて
はい
いると、
Warrior plus monk
カウンターとかが
gain actions such as phantom kick and occult counter, improving your
より
offensive
アップしま
capabilities.
すよ。
はい。
で、さらに、サポートジョブで
Okay.
銀融詩人。
はい。
そうすると、体力の歌など
All right,
が
but if you do Warrior Bard, you gain access to actions such as Mighty March, improving your supportive capabilities.
Okay, so they're sort of themed to the
Are
combination that
these-
happens.
So I don't know these jobs well enough. Are these existing abilities for these jobs in Final Fantasy XIV?
I have never heard of Mighty March. I
It
don't.
does not appear to be.
ふんだんに
は
取り入れていこうではないかと。
はい。
The wiki show predominantly a Final Fantasy V reference, which Chad
Okay.
is talking about a lot right now. So that makes sense.
Cool. So you get to be supportive in a themed way rather than your warrior just having a single target heal spell or an AoE heal spell.
Yeah.
はい。ちょっと最後に
So for me, you know, if I could just get a couple existing abilities, that might help sell me on some jobs that I've been overlooking.
ね。
Oh, but then there's also a bunch of shit that's
Oh.
just not in the
おい
game.
おい。
Geomancer, Ranger, Berserker, Time,
Time
Mage,
Mage.
Chemist, Cannoneer. Time Mage sounds
Time
awesome.
Wizard.
あ
I'd be more excited about Time Mage if I hadn't have played FF12 because Time Mage there is essentially a debuff
アンドモアと書かれている通り
support
ー
job.
これが全てではないんですが
And we know how much Kyle hates debuffs. Give the Cannoneer some respect. Move your camera.
Well, he looks nice in his little Napoleon hat, you know?
名門 RPG なので
はい
この先ね
Look at that aggressive Frenchman.
うんうんうん
ね
However, Astro Time Mage, exactly. Yes, that's very much what I want.
足して本編側に出していこうと思うんですけど
Captain
Alright,
Crunch.
translations rolling in. There are so many jobs I haven't heard of.
RPG としての14のメカニズム
Oh yes, I'm sure. I'm sure you're completely in the dark about
Uh-huh.
about these.
That's what we call a tee up.
例えば時魔同士とかってやっぱりヘイストとか
Making your friend look good on
使える
stream.
乱暴じゃんでもさバトルコンテンツでさボスギミック時間停止されたらさ
うわ
そうなん
That's exactly what I was doing by calling out Time Mage. I didn't realize you had experience with Time
な
Mage.
ので
なるほど
尖ったそのものを
And Berserker's cute with a little hat.
いろいろ
はははは
我々
The Ranger looks like a doofus.
なるほど
Geomancers in shambles. They've been in shambles since Stormblood when the
5個までとかあったら
はい
いいんじゃね結構好き勝手やってみたいな
the Astrologian quest line?
そのバランスを取ろうとすると無理だけど
Was that? Wait.
こう
What
I'd
was
like to point out that
ここだったら
we're still not getting Necromancer.
なるほど
それ以上に
Still not happening.
that was so weird.
やれば
まあ確かに
面白くできるだろうっていうことなんで
But it said and more, so there's still a chance.
確定とは言わないですけど、
はい
ここに出てくるジョブはちょっと
So,
今後実装され
Now
る
hold on. Are these the Phantom jobs? Because
Yes.
the two examples I gave with Warrior are jobs that already exist.
ないのかもしれないけどわかんない
Monk and Bard.
我々すぐ
But these
裏切るね
are jobs we cannot be in Final Fantasy XIV.
My guess would be that there is 10 or so abilities mixed and matched in certain combinations, and that combination is your phantom job. You know, kind of like there's all the Magic the Gathering guild names for the 2-color combos.
含んじゃってるからあと狩人もねすごい考えたんですけど知人にこう
まあそうですね
ね埋めてってるから風水師はね結構迷ったんですけど地形によって魔法を使える使え
I know they've said that before, Real Kami, and it never stops being disappointing, and I hope they eventually give up on that.
That's just dirty paladin propaganda too. There are definitely good necromancers.
Yes, yes, it is.
はいはいはいはいはい。
こう面白そうだなとか
なるほど。
はちょっと想像
Raising the dead to fight for you is only evil from a certain point of view.
思っております。
欲望が解放されてしまう。
そうですね。なので、その
From my point of view, the paladins are evil. I would know. I play a paladin in World of Warcraft. We're dicks. Can we talk about that Emmett Selk that I just caught?
Oh, the little doll
Behind
in the
Fox
background?
Lawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's adorable.
まあ普通にやっていきゃいいよねっていう多分イメージで来たと思うんですけど、まあサポートジョブがあるってことはですよ。
はい。
The
Nail in the
Ken-
coffin for chemist job dreams. Well, I mean, if they're also doing phantom jobs of jobs that we can play, I don't know if I
Yeah.
agree that this is a nail in the coffin.
There is Bard, and even there is a chance that you're reusing assets. You know, every MMO leaks these in advance. There's always a little breadcrumb trail you can see and go, oh, right, look at that on the pipeline. A boss is doing a certain move. So chemist abilities here could fuel more hope because that's a unique animation. Look at those bubbles. Oh, it looks like floor acid. I've never seen that anywhere before. Oh, why'd they work so much on that effect? That looks fancy for no reason.
Oh, we got a lot of translation, sir. Can you scroll up a hair?
All right.
See where this begins? Okay, so there are so many jobs I haven't heard of. Okay, and then Final Fantasy XIV is an MMO after all, says Yoshi P. So looking into the future, we want to implement new jobs in 8.0 and beyond. But for some players, there are obviously jobs from past Final Fantasy series that they have a lot of memories with. Unfortunately, some of those jobs simply wouldn't fit the concept of Final Fantasy as an MMO. Time Mage as an example. Scroll down a bit, please. But we did think maybe in this kind of content as a phantom support job, maybe we can go a little crazy with it. So while there is a small chance some of these jobs might make it into the main game in the future, I was also told players know and say to don't trust Yoshi P, so take that as you will. This will also keep getting updates in the 7.x series. Okay, there's hope. There's hope. Maybe not for Time
Not
Mages.
for time, apparently just trashing time, which I get. No designer would ever in an MMO want to deal with a debuff-based job. That's miserable. I don't wish it on anybody.
複数のもう皆さんジョブでね、たくさん作りたいというお声もあったの
It'd be
で、
cool, but why fight it? If they said don't worry about it, then I'm not going to
まあ
worry
ト
about
ム
it.
ストーン
はい。
交換
All right, translations continue. We got a lot of feedback from around the world that players wanted a field exploration content like this, so we listened and tried to put in as much as we could. Yes, Yoshi P, please put it in every expansion, and when you want to experiment, make that additional, not instead of. That's how you should do these things. Please and thank you. All right, weapon enhancement.
All right, give me a little perspective, chat. What item level does a relic pop out at? Would I use this for raiding? Is it cosmetic? What does a relic mean?
で苦行は嫌だってなるじゃないですか。
はい。
で僕ら今回
They're talking about relics?
Well, we got weapon enhancements on screen. Everyone's a little excited about that.
はいはいはい。振り返りましたか、その辺を。
いや別にいいんじゃない？あとまあでも。はい。
Okay, we always get the feedback that our weapon side quests are too much. Then we made them easy. Now they are too easy. It's difficult to find the right balance, calling us out a bit. So this time we went back to the beginning. So what if there are... What does that say? Atmos? What the hell is Atmos?
It's the day of Christmas.
God damn it, Kyle. Atma, our Heavensward relic? Oh, I don't know what that means.
Nightmare, no. God, no. Oh, God, no. No, Lord, no. Well, it isn't
Atma
exactly.
Zodiac Weapons Quest.
2つの武器強化ルートをご用意しておりますので、今ご紹介した一つ目
This
は
looks like, according to Google, goes back to Realm Reborn.
プレイしながら強化していくというルー
Two
It isn't exactly
Ooh.
Atmos this time, says the translation.
two methods available. Exploring the Occult Crecent. That's nice.
Okay. The other one going to be Hildabrand?
I mean, it could be, right? Like, if you want this cosmetically and you don't want to do group content, there should be an avenue for you.
Yeah. Chat, is this the first time we're going to have more than one method to go after a relic?
Engaging
with existing activity. That's vague.
Yeah.
No, this is not the first time there's a second method. Shadowbringers did this as well. Okay.
Oh, fates? Oh my. Well, yeah, I guess if you wanted to...
I mean, you have more control over that. You know, if your server isn't particularly active out at the Occult Crecent. I really like having choice for grinds. I go back to Wrath all the time because like everyone's like, oh, Wrath, there are so many reputations I had to grind. I was like, yeah, but there was dailies you could go do for that rep, or you could just slap a tabard on and just run dungeons to your heart's content. And I love that I had that option.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a either or thing. It was a week to week, day to day. You would choose, am I getting the same currency? So could I go do certain dungeons, certain things, maybe even fates, get the same points that I'm getting doing the Occult Crecent because I'm just in a different mood.
Yeah. Translations rolling in. Two methods for weapon enhancements. If you keep playing the Occult Crecent, you will be able to make a weapon, and for players who prefer the existing content, that will also be an option. But I cannot say yet how that will look exactly. Okay. All right. So it's intentionally vague because they're probably still hashing it out. Rogue Mage, thanks for the super. In Shadowbringers, you could, for example, grind out skirmishes and Boja for your relic items, or run Alexander Omega Eden normal raids for one step. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, no, you get... Those are some good options. Did everyone just, like, face roll Alexander? Because that would have been the easiest one. You ran it unsynced, or did you not get credit if you ran it unsynced?
I guess you're just doing normal, so you would be... You'd probably be jumping in the queue for it.
Yeah. You had to do all three? I lived in Eden. Oh, okay.
And it had to be synced.
Sick. Had to be synced. All right. Translations are continuing, but every Mediator feedback was similar all around the world that people wanted something more engaging and memorable. It's a feel thing, but you know how things feel is important.
So it sounded like from chat, the relic weapon essentially starts pretty much cosmetic, but by the end of the expansion, because we continue to upgrade it alongside these activities and patches, it will be something worthy of perhaps wielding in your final wing.
Yeah, do they become best in slot? Like, does that ever happen? It'll be best. Hell yeah. Okay, so I want to get in on this.
Yeah, so you get in not necessarily for the start, but as a catch-up mechanic. That's kind of cute.
Yeah. We're gonna get a preview. Gonna show us like where we're starting with our relic weapons. Like, what do they look like? Savas supered for one of the Heavensward relic steps. The fastest method it was to unsync A9S, Trashman Savage, and face roll it. All right.
Was it
good to know?
Over and over and over again?
What's A9S? Alexander 9? The creator? Oh yeah, he is Trash Man. How about him?
Like 30 to 40 times? Okay, that's kind
doable.
of sane. Yeah.
I ran Rathlos more than that. Okay, all right. There's going to be 2 exploration contents, but don't forget there will also be a new raid. Wait, what?
I believe
like
the raid inside the field operation.
I would imagine that's what they're referencing.
Yeah, because
they already talked about that, didn't they?
Unless they're just kind of doing a wrap-up statement about the Arcadion.
Yeah, they already talked about Arcadion. That's why I'm confused.
Okay,
Like,
they're just
talked about that.
summarizing. Yeah, it's more of a
Okay.
What?
What?
Oh, are we getting the cam patch? Big cam patch?
This better lead to a fatal frame quest for Halloween this year.
They just stole all our face data.
はい。ということで、ファイナルファンタジー
What is
14
this?
とインスタ
In collaboration with Fujifilm, we're introducing an all-new
インスタン
emote.
トカメラ、インスタグラムチェックとのコラボレーションが決定いたしました。2月25日。
Sure.
Wow.
Didn't have this on my bingo
You
card.
know what? I mean, it's a great emote. It's weird that how do I get it? Stay tuned for a screenshot sweepstakes. Oh no. Oh, I would like that, but I don't think I get it.
The true travesty of this entire live letter, forcing Final Fantasy XIV players to stay on Twitter.
Did we ever get the hair dye sets? I haven't seen anyone in game with hair dye.
No, I don't think those are out yet. Really excited for those.
I mean, I did like it when corporations would at least pretend they weren't owned by all one thing, because now you have, like, at Target, you can buy Optimus Prime Ecto 1. And I know that the comic books own the same thing, and there have been Ghostbusters Transformers crossovers in comic books. In particular, the Ghostbusters hunted the ghost of Starscream. But still, like, just pretend we don't own everything together. Make it seem like you have to try for these collabs. It's getting weird, fam.
I don't see that any different than Lego. It doesn't bother me with Lego.
It does bother me with Lego. Lego shouldn't have both Marvel and DC at the same time. Those two should hate each other and not be allowed to work with the same company at once.
If I was a kid, though, I'd be like, hell yeah, I've got both a Lego Batman and a Lego Iron Man, and I can make them fight, and they connect, and they're the same scale. I would have adored that as a child.
Yeah, new era.
Yeah. More details on the lodestone soon is the only translation coming in for this. Announcing the Echoes of Vanadil discount camp? What? That's a strange title. Warriors of Light who are subscribed to 14 can receive a discounted basic service fee for 11 for 30 days. Great opportunity for those who have yet to step into Vanadil or those who have been taking a break. Okay, hey, we can get in on a discount and try 11, dude.
Okay, a step in the right direction, but let's stack that value. Let's put 11 on the sub for 14.
Do you have any idea how much game I have access to for my World of Warcraft sub? Like, do you even think about it, Square Enix?
Just do that.
I just compete. This is not competing. This isn't even close to competing.
It's a step. It's a step.
It's barely. This is a toe. This is wiggling a toe in a direction.
Okay, a toe in the water is also a saying.
So this is a toe.
11プレイされていた方からも、ご好評の声いただきましたし、せっかくなので、
Oh, he's in the Eureka robe back there. Well, at least I know that part.
作って、ファイナルファンタジーシリーズのMMO として第一作、まさに11があったからこそ。
We actually read it earlier, Bun, during the halftime break. So it's in the stream. Us going over that.
A bit, yeah. Not a super deep dive, but we talked about the part that just keeps getting shared by 14 creators like everywhere.
And you'd also take advantage, like not only managing multiple subs, but you take advantage of the login process, which I think is the big step for me, is I don't want to manage or navigate the FF11 system and website.
You all have salsa, don't you?
What? Tacos collaboration? Sure. Terrell de Tacos set? Or are these like the chips? We did the Lalafell chips because the potato chips. So now we're getting, they get Doritos. Taco flavored tortilla chips with Don Taco celebrating their 30th anniversary. Terrell de Tacos. That alpha's a bit chunkin'. How much do we have to grind field operations to give the corn servant a mustache and sombrero? Oh, he's got the chips. He's got the chips. Did they get the chips out?
The box goes hard.
Are those what? Okay, I have immediate issues with the amount of chips I am receiving.
It's Japanese serving size, not American, dude.
How much are these? Are they guaranteed to be laying flat? Because if they're in there in like a little protective sleeve, like a a crisp.
I'll mail you some when I go to Tokyo later this year. I need to source a corn servant bag to just put on my bookshelf. That's ridiculous.
I hope he's just reading the ingredients.
Translation: corn. I love that we're getting bag explained in chat right now. People on the internet will literally explain anything.
I honestly don't know laws if you have to put family sized on it to make it be a certain size. Oh, look at that. He's got them prepared on a plate. Wait, they're not. Wait, are they not triangle shaped? Oh, look how tiny they are.
They are.
They're just so tiny.
Dude, that looks like a normal tortilla chip. What are you on about?
They're so tiny. Unless their hands are giant, those are tiny tortilla chips.
That looks like a normal tortilla chip to me.
Where is it going to hold the salsa? A proper tortilla chip is at least this big.
Well, all right, Mr. F8 hands, calm down.
It's forced perspective. No, their hands are close to the camera. It should be even bigger by our perspective.
That's why the fish always looks big in the photo. This is it. This is where we get the most pushback on today's stream, is on corn chips.
Yep. Wow, chips stack value will 14 chips fail.
Yep. Yep. I get access to so many more chips with my WoW subscription. Let me tell you. So many more chips. I get so much more chip for my buck. He read the package description of Mr. Corn. Yoshi P asked if we had wine left over from when Sakaguchi-san was here. Oh my word. You're unsubbing because of Gigi's chip takes? Okay. All right. We'll win you back. We'll win you back with sweet occult groups. We'll do it.
The middle dress there is so freaking good. I
It is
love
very-
that thing.
It is very, very good.
That's what I want. The Tyrrell dress is actually pretty good, but I want more nerd clothes that is if you know, you know. And that middle dress is so perfect. Oh my God, it's in studio. Look, wait,
That's different. That's not the same dress.
well, hang on, no, it's got a jacket on it.
Oh, is that what's going on? They're layering?
I think they're showing off that they have a Final Fantasy overcoat, and then they've put the Tyrrell dress underneath it. Wait,
The silk lapel is a nice touch. Oh, and then they got the map dress on underneath it. Two men undress a mannequin.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a brief moment there where you're going, oh my, no, but we're good. We're good. The Tyrrell dress is great. I love that dress. His shirt is cool. I just saw the white liner, so points against that. Don't like that inside. Got to maintain the color.
Landing on a hoodie only matters on the hood. Look like you're about to start your Trinity cosplay.
The trench coat is already sold out, naturally.
Mm. You hate to see it.
This is wonderful. Yes,
Scoot.
please.
Just posing in the corner.
Hell
as
yeah,
the camera
dude.
guy
Hell yeah,
focuses
dude.
in. Oh, it's great. It's freaking great.
Remember when a tree fell on me? We were doing Final Fantasy level productions.
Fingleberries, thanks for 21 months. I love that as a guy, I get to see women get all these amazing options, only to be shown my choice of 3 graphic tees every time. Dude, we get so boned.
Like
With
just like
men's fashion.
V-necks, Henleys, like we have options, but we don't use
Button
them.
downs, jackets.
Yeah.
Make jackets, for the love of God, make jackets. Let me layer. Give me a scarf. Accessories. Let me look cute as a guy. Exactly, Sam with 2 M's.
Or just better fitting options, really. I don't want to feel like a billboard when I'm wearing a t-shirt.
You can go either way, but like just normal cut, boring tee, like do an actual streetwear collab. Like go nuts with it. Men's options are like shirt and also other shirt. 3 options on the left, fabulous, and then you just have man dude.
I love that they're just posting the pictures of him standing in the corner.
I mean, if you're checking at work and you don't have access to streams, they're doing the Lord's work, keeping people entertained. Oh my word!
I think
Men
that's why,
want to be cute too.
and I think that's why hoodies are an easy win, because we all want to be cozy in a hoodie. Like, make it as big and as thick as possible. Let us get lost inside of it. Not quite like Snuggie levels, but
For a year now, I have been scoping the second edition to my leather jacket collection, waiting for it to go on sale, and it just went 50% off, and I'm very excited because it has a hood, so it is going to be my new plain jacket. So when I go flying, I'm gonna just fall asleep in my leather jacket with it. But the hood is cloth, and you can remove it.
ooh, nice.
And I'm very excited
Nice.
about it.
Then you don't have to double dip with
What
a hoodie
is
under your jacket.
Going on here, Primal's live in Japan. Darkest Before Dawn. The concert at Yokohama Arena this past September is now available on Blu-ray. People are saying expensive. What's the price? Where am I seeing price?
I don't see any price on the screen.
Petition for men's based on red mage drip options, says Sabas.
Ooh, yeah. What's
There's not.
Scarves. Line of red mage scarves.
Big hats with massive feathers. I mean, you can already find red mage-esque clothing. You're just not shopping at the right place.
Yeah, cravats. That's what I'm thinking of.
Please don't make that fashionable again.
Jaunty
I
hats.
don't want to wear a cravat. Oh, his fat cat lumbar support is adorable.
Yeah.
The box set is 170. Where'd you see that? That's expensive. That's pricey, yo.
不思議な。M 来たら、横幅が、ここはね、余裕がある感じで、ダボっと着たい方はなるほどなと。
なるほど、なるほど。
I guess there was a link on screen. I just didn't go to it.
我々も XS を着れる時代
いやいやいや、ちょっと嬉しいですね。はい。
They're noting that the sizes they're wearing are extra smalls.
Tiny men.
はい。
そうそう、あと1個。
はい。
そう、シーズナルイベント。
I leave every single one of these live letters just wanting to go to Chrono 24 and look at used watches.
シーズナルイベントって毎回こう開催近くなってくると
Freaking love that Daytona. It's pretty.
はいはいはい。
告知が出ていく。
出ます出ます。
アートワークに関してなんですけど、
はい。
まあ随分ここまで
Square Enix and overpriced merch, just a normal day.
シーズナルイベントを作って。
I feel like the box set is kind of it's on par with other things I've seen.
お伝えするアートを一生懸命作って。
It's just kind of expensive now.
まあ毎年来ますもんね。
テーマで何回書くねんみたいな。
それはそう。それはそう。
で、
Made many artworks for seasonal events in the past. Okay, what are you getting at?
伝えるために、ちょっと NPC を解禁したので、
You about to see getting another seasonal event tease or something?
ああ、なるほどなるほど。
出てきたりします。その楽しそうな雰囲気をお伝えするために、このシーズン
Used to work for Chrono 24, is that it?
参加してたらねみたいな。
Oh, hell yeah. That's where I got Katie's Christmas present this year, or birthday present this year.
How many times have we made different art for the same event? What are we gonna sell calendars or what? Are you giving up? What's this announcement?
Art book, maybe?
あり得た景色みたいな感じで。
Selling prints. There's a couple places they could take this.
イメージで作っアートを描いたりとか、ちょっといろんなことをまたやっていこうと思ってますので。
これは近々そうなるんですか?
So we unlocked Scions to appear on those artworks in the future, but this is only for artworks. It doesn't mean that they will show up in the event in-game itself. Starting with the Princess Day event?
Unlock scions to appear in those artworks? Are they just slapping a scion into old art and using that for the holidays? What are they talking about?
I'm taking it as expect to see Scions in holiday art, but don't expect them to see them in the actual event.
Oh,
which
that's
kind of hype deflating.
I mean, I like that because if you put scions in the art is more wallpaperable, sellable, wall mountable, and all that kind of thing. Like, you know, you got Oriange holding up the flowers for the holiday event, and I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, Oriange with flowers, that's nice. But I would have expectations, yes.
Yeah. Well, I never really thought about wanting the Scions to be part of the holiday events, and now that you put it in my brain, you two, now I want it.
Yeah, no.
That sounds delightful.
Just work them in, you know?
Christmasthinian. He's super into that. Oh, dude, the Scions on Halloween. How can you not want to do like a slice of life, like little short story in game about that? Like, how can you not want to work that into a holiday quest?
Yeah.
I'm not saying do it every time, but like every once in a while, it'd be a really nice little surprise. Oh, I know they're trying to manage my expectations, but I never had these expectations to begin with, and so they've just put a fun idea in my head, and I want it.
Have they decreased the amount of XP it takes to get from level to level with each expansion? Can you level faster when the level goes up?
Not sure where you're going with this, but I'll let you cook.
Because if it was 15, let's increase it and get some more scions in there. If it takes the same amount of time to get to 15 now as it does 30, like we can open that up.
What if we rewarded the most engaged players and didn't worry so much?
Well, yeah, but let's slap it. Oh, you must have defeated Praetorium in order to be a part of this Halloween event. So at least you can have some access to those characters.
Continued translations, because seasonal events were always something players of any MSQ progressions could participate in. It was difficult to allow certain NPCs to show up during the events. It would lead to confusion and plot holes. Next time there will be a long PLL. Be prepared. Not that far in the future. Oh, live. Okay, gotcha. I disagree with all of this. Not doing really rad things for fear of early player confusion. It's just like, okay, well, make an adjustment so you can make it more awesome.
What ho, a temporal rift. They just go full Nightmare Before Christmas, and every holiday takes place on a different shard. And we hang out with Buriange and Bishtola, and like, who gives a damn?
Yeah, exactly. Who gives a damn? We do full on isekais for crossovers with other Final Fantasies. Like, stop worrying about this so much and have fun.
Bye. To them, not you all.
That was mostly rad. I want to fight them at the end there. I disagree with all of that.
I think there was a decent little tease of like, next time we'll prepare something. It's a really odd thing to bring up. I know they wanted to gauge expectations and they're very careful about that. But I think that's a really weird thing to bring up unless you're going to do something slightly involving that.
Admittedly, in the grand scheme of the entire live letter that we just sat through, that is very small potatoes. And I'm not talking about Lalafels. But it's also, I agree, Muna. I agree. But it gets me thinking. I don't know. I never really thought about the Scion's involvement, but yeah, I would love some someone in chat discussed it. Developed Scions, like Scions as they modernly appear with their modern experiences, being a part of some holiday events. I think would really be cool. I think locking yourselves into like all holiday events must be available to players at level 15, and therefore we need to write these around players at 15. Limits how cool they can be.
No. You put on your writer hat, and let's say Yishchola for Valentine's Day wants to give a present to Runar. The restrictions on that are extremely high. Because you got Shadowbringer's completion, you have only you can travel there, because you wouldn't want to have her solve the travel. It's temporary, but it could be plot fulfilling in the future. So you can do it without breaking the lore, but you do require people to be Shadowbringers. And you can't reference it later because it was a one-time event content. So Runar
You could reference it in a single line of dialogue that you only get if you did it in an unvoiced cutscene. They've done that plenty of times.
Right. So you could be like, oh, that gift meant so much to me so long ago, and now you're here in person now that multi-planular travel has been discovered. Thank goodness for Valentine's Day 2025.
You're going with an extremely specific example, but yeah, sure, I'm with you. I'm all for it. Yeah, that was fairly stacked. Like the first half was I was, you know, it was tough, especially as early up or as early as I am up. The first half was like okay, it didn't really set my world on fire, but there was a proper amount of detail in the back half. Kit London, thank you for the super and for sending coffee. I am a large coffee in, which is more coffee than I usually drink in a single day. Oh my word. That was a lot. Back half was pretty fire of the live letter.
Enhancing. I love this. I'm really excited about all this. I love the ones where the raid is kind of taken over, and I'm glad.
Is this a high res? Do you have a link to this?
This
so
is
I can look at it?
all it is. This is in the Discord right now. There might be a post later, but this is in the Discord.
Oh, okay.
So this would be the best version we have.
Exists. Okay. All right.
I do think poor Wooklamot looks a little skeletal and a bit too shocked.
You've never seen a cat do long lips?
I don't think
when they're doing the back foot scratch and they do the.
But they get those little teeth out and they do the like the.
Wook's just doing long lips. That's a cat thing. It's fine. It's adorable.
Later, we seem to confirm that it is not Bedchild. It is some new villain pulling the strings. You think Bedchild?
I don't think that's the same character.
You think it's the same character?
I do not think that's the same character.
That's what I was just saying.
Oh,
earlier thought it was the Bedchild. When we saw the later screenshot, it was basically confirmed that is not Bedchild. That is new Screen Boy.
Top left, do you think is the guy in front of the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so.
I think that's
Bedchild.
The doctor. Wait,
hang on. They're not wearing a lab coat. That's not a lab coat in the art.
Where did that
screenshot? They're wearing a lab coat. In the art, that is not a lab coat.
Where did that go? Did they not do a capture of that in the Discord?
I don't think so. You might need to go and scroll back through the VOD. Oh, there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Look at that. They're just wearing a normal ass lab coat. And then look at that. That ain't a lab coat. Look at how much shoulder is exposed.
You don't think? Look at the hair. Look at the hair. You think he's not living
it's
casual?
Anime. You can't say they're the same person based on hair. They only have like 20 haircuts.
Yeah, but so you have to go on color, and the color's pretty close. I think these are the same people.
All right. I'm calling it now. Not the same people. Also, go back to the art. It looks like they're in a wheelchair, bro. They're sick. They got an IV. That looks like they're sitting in a Solution 9 wheelchair. I don't think that's the same character.
I don't know if that's just the background. I mean, I can see what you're saying. It could be, and they may occasionally sit down, but father of sick kid, that'd be interesting. If that could be a twist. They do tend to have the same haircuts.
That is a way they do tend to link.
You can mess around, but
characters that way.
And it looks like there might even be the little IV thing right there.
Okay.
Because that's the hand blocking, and it'd be showing blue from behind.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. That's your strongest evidence yet. All right, I'll give you that.
I would like it to be sick kid because I think that's a very strong thread to pull, but we can just leave that as emotional. And we're not going to age him up. That was a kid. And he could get a new Anduin model, and we're all like, hey, whatever, it's fine. But, we're not really aging anybody.
Yeah. There's so much exposed shoulder. It's like, are they going to have two outfits? Is dad also sick? Can't leave the lab? Found a way to keep himself alive, but he's got to stay in the lab?
I think that the lightning sickness is an obvious for what's happening here, right?
Yeah.
That, or he's like enhancing himself, but then you wouldn't do the bandage. You'd do like plugs into the head and make it more purposeful looking.
Yeah. The lightning sickness is a really obvious plot point that we did not wrap up. So I'm completely on board that's where that's going to be a touch point in 7.2 and potentially 7.3.
We got Tesseract. We got,
We've got so many electro cubes. There's an electro cube there. There's an electro cube to the right.
we got moon phases.
That's just raid mechanics. This is clearly a villain because they're using third-party add-ons.
This to me looks like classic circle magic bullshit, but I'm trying to dismiss my old ways.
I feel like old me would read into that, and new me would be like, it's just nonsense. It's just gobbledygook. That won't matter.
Well, it's slightly it's inconsistent, right? Because when we go to something like this dungeon, in the Endwalker dungeon, Shadowfang Keep, what was it called? What was the one with the lady on the wall, and then we killed Scarmillion? Well,
Lady
battled
on the
Scarmillion
wall?
and then trialed him later.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I forget what that was called. Chat'll get there before.
The Felcourt. So that had really informative pictures on the wall, which I love so much. But sometimes our pictures are just random ass pictures, and sometimes they repeat next to each other, and there's no information. And that seems what we have here.
That's just Alexandria.
Yeah, and we have a repeat right here. There's one picture, and then it's duplicated right there again, right over there. So sadly, these aren't going to be informative pictures to dig into.
No. I'm surprised how not hyped for the dungeon I am. I think the dungeon looks very mid from a art design standpoint.
I think the dungeon definitely progresses. They're showing the first half. The previous live letter that we'd be thinking of showed the dungeon in its bloody Resident Evil glory, and that was part of the more official trailer posts. So this is the first boss. And then we get to what is probably the trial directly following it.
They said it was the trial, right? Your cook is you're cooking more on order.
And I'm saying dungeon trial combo. It's a story element. It's not even predictable. It works. It is a functional storytelling device, and I really like it. Journey, boss battle, bigger boss battle, absolutely works well. And so we can assume that this is below. I don't think we would kill kid/dad/L, but we would maybe see him activate this as he makes his escape.
That's a lot of cooking without a trailer. Like, I'm not even sure who's villain and who's not, other than, like, obviously we got to fight the trial boss.
But it is interesting. Like, let's pull up like Pandemonium. When that was coming out, actually was that? Yeah, let's see if that was just legit. Would that be 6.2?
Pandemonium. Well, Wing 1 would have been 0.0. You're talking about Pandemonium represented in patch art?
Yeah.
I think.
Or was that the final?
2? Well, then they started blending because 6.5 had 6.5 was the Dark Throne, right? Because that had oh my god, G name. What's his name? Who's in the dark armor? With the name starts with a G. Oh my god. Golbez. The 6.5 art had Golbez, but then it also had the symbol of La Habrea over his head. Damn. Memory like a steel trap, Kyle.
But where's the really good one? Where he was like, blah, and he like had his hands coming out.
I don't know. Type in 6.3, type in 6.4 real quick.
The Dark Throne? No, that was the one with Golbez looking sweet.
Yeah, but look above Golbez. So the 6.5 art has both MSQ and the raid represented. You're looking for 6.4 key art.
6.4.
No, that's freaking Dark Throne.
Yeah,
what was
Dark
6.5?
Oh, they're actually all right here. 6.5.
I don't know what you're talking about. People are saying 6.2 that it's just not showing the bottom. Googling 6.2 key art. Oh, yes. 6.2 is...
yeah, it's not showing that. Yeah, it was upside down. Yeah, because it was his alter ego. There, so you're right.
Yeah, if you Google image search 6.2 key art, it's the first. It should be the first result. It's almost designed like a playing card.
So my point was that how interesting to not lean so heavily on the raid for this part, but instead go full MSQ. That might not be the case. This says main scenario on it though, which is like, oh, so that's not preservation. Oh, that's preservation, not the president.
Not the president.
Not the
Arcadion.
president.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
I believe them when they say this is
I
MSQ.
don't think they're lying at the bottom of the screen there.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, actually, dude, that thing, it kind of looks like a regulator. The thing in the middle.
Oh, yeah, it is kind of stacked like one. I guess that could be, the inside of what the etheric, because that's electrobe there. We got our electrobe cube. And that could be what a regulator's magic is inside the device.
I guess a regulator only has like 3 visible circles from the outside. I'm Google image searching a regulator on the side here to compare it. Not sure how much I believe this anymore. But who knows? Maybe that's what it looks like when you just assemble one.
I mean, either way, he's not wearing one.
Correct. Okay.
I wonder if that's a real makeup.
I wonder if that's a real waveform and what it is.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It's just the waveform of Soken saying, "Do you know Lahi?"
That'd be so cute. I hope they go that hard.
If you translate that waveform, like, what is it?
I love that kind of shit. So, and then who? Okay, sorry for the turbo scrolls as I try to.
So much scrolling.
So we got a chest there, but who is it? Anyone got a source on those breasts?
That's a chest? Oh, it is a chest.
Yeah, and we got a buttocks.
You can kind of see hair
Yeah.
falling down. It looks red, but it could just be the pink overlay.
One with the crazy, like this cool shoulder kind of stuff going on.
Yeah, duster vibe going on. Kyle asking everybody to analyze breasts. That's where this stream has ended up.
I mean, I won't ask. Like, Wookabot looks like a ghoul from Fallout. Like, it's gone terribly wrong.
I mean, maybe a little bit. Someone else in chat earlier said got that Jim Carrey Grinch going on, and I think that's a more accurate assessment. But I return, my dude, as apparently the resident cat expert. That is classic long lips.
That's classic nervous cat.
With her other hand, she's just scratching a really good itch, like maybe down by her booty.
You want to know what I'm really excited about? Wooklamot needs to kill again. And how that's going to destroy her psyche. Like, she goes her whole life.
Really
everything's
excited about that?
So happy. Everything can be solved with friendship. And then she kills her brother. And that isn't a moment of her being like, oh my God, I'm mad at Sphene. That is her realizing her warrior, barbarian, berserker roots. And that she has to kill again. And Wooklamot could have a full villain arc in the future as she becomes Batman alternate history, where Batman killed the Joker. Because she's already killed once. And now she's going to kill again, and then she's going to kill again, and we're going to go, whoa, Wooklamot, that's not how we do things. And we have to stop Wooklamot as the 7.5 villain.
As a 7.5 villain? What? No, we're gonna wrap up in 7.3, and then 4 and 5 are gonna be building to the next expansion. This isn't Endwalker. Although if they're integrating the trial series, hold on, that gets weird. Trial series was integrated into the MSQ for Endwalker, but Endwalker's patches told a full story from point 1 to point 5. Every expansion before that kind of wrapped up around point 3, and then 4 and 5 were laying the groundwork for the next expansion. We didn't have any of that in Endwalker. I didn't think about that implication.
The trial series sat on top of the MSQ while being part of the MSQ, but if you just did the trial series in a vacuum, it would still have its own story. here, if we're doing the 6.3 trade-off and build, it does feel weird that the trial series would be its own story. I think it would just be baked in and it'd be unconnected to service however many trials they want to do. 3 in a time period.
Like all three bosses could just, they don't necessarily have to be related, right? We could have a 0.2 trial, a 0.3 trial that probably are connected, but then 0.4, 0.5, whenever the third trial drops, it could just be a completely unrelated story aspect boss. They don't have to do that, but it's an interesting thing to think on, because so many folks in the community are just like, yeah, no, they're just integrating it from now on. And it's like, okay, but hold on, because previously all of our trial series, whether integrated in the MSQ or not, they have been related to each other in a very strong way narratively. That's even true of the Endwalker trial series. So if they want to keep doing that, I now have questions about, are we going to see credits at the end of 7.3?
Is there an example of a trial as part of the MSQ patch content that's not Titan?
Wait, what? Tons.
And not part of, like, you know, the climax?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Casita Sacrifice is an obvious climax for an MSQ, but I'm talking about, are there other examples?
There's tons of MSQ trials, so I'm still kind of confused.
I said in patch content.
In patch content.
So you get your 7.3.
Lakshmi, Seed of Sacrifice. There's always like a big 0.3 trial. Oh yeah, Nidhogg was Heaven's Ward.
That's 0.3.
Yeah, that's patch content.
Yeah, I'm saying ignoring that.
Okay, you keep shaving off. Okay.
Yeah, Realm Reborn was reusing a lot of content too, so that they definitely put out a lot of stuff during that time.
Well, Ramu, Leviathan, and King Moogle weren't reused.
And Rubicante wasn't an end of anything. I'm just looking for patterns.
It's 0.3 until Endwalker. 0.3 trials until Endwalker.
I think we have some...
Ignoring Realm Reborn, because Realm Reborn is messy.
We got some moon business here, perhaps. Looks like, you know, a little reference to some moon business. This one I have no freaking idea. It looks like Baxter Stockman. Like some kind of...
I can barely even make that out.
Yeah, some sort of fly monster.
Probably a feral beast for the Arcadion.
Yeah, probably. Or yeah, it could be a feral beast or a Tyrol Vidral. I love the look of this thing. That just looks cozy. Whatever, that might be the field operation at night.
I think that's field operations now that I'm looking at it, yeah. Knowing what I know now.
This is such a good picture. I freaking love this.
She looks really cool.
I love that.
Where do you think we're heading with that? Like, I'm assuming the climax is going to be in 7.3 for this evil fake Sphene line. But we can't just fight Sphene, right? We already fought Sphene. Even if it's evil Sphene, they got to find some new twist on it. Do we just fight Sphene's like human model because she turned into a giant robot for the trial at the end of 7.0? Do we fight just human-sized Sphene, and maybe there's like a bunch of ad mechanics, like because she can just make a bunch of herself or something?
We were inside Living Memory. We went inside a computer, and then we went inside a computer, right? There's so that robot was not real. That was her manifestation of herself connected to Living Memory.
Oh God, I hadn't really thought about the implications of that.
So Preservation did not build her interphos and load her into a giant robot. That was just her program to be the world-conquering, energy-sucking vampire that she had to become.
we're basically Troning. Like everything in there was a digital, like a virtual representation.
Yeah, so you could
Right.
still have a true form Sphene beyond that, much like you fight La Habrea and La Habrea again
Yeah.
in different forms.
I keep waiting for them to directly tie themselves to Alexander. Because I don't know much about FF9, but I know Alexander's a big part of it. And we have a city that is literally called Alexandria.
It's cute. I feel like that always gets dismissed because they're not related. I like your idea a lot in a vacuum.
I feel so gaslit by that, though. Like, if I have to endure over a year now of everyone just being like, it's all FF9 all the way down, and you go look up FF9 and like the first fucking thing you see on Google Images is a giant, awesome Alexander art. I refuse. There's no way they don't directly connect them. And Alexander in FF9 is directly connected to the main city in that game. And Alexandria is kind of shattered. So I just keep waiting for them to be like, oh, that bridge is out. Where did that used to connect to? You know, we'll need a little hint. Play FF9. I know eventually we'll get to some old Final Fantasies, but for this game here, like I'm still waiting for it. Still waiting for it. And does evil Sphene possess real Sphene's ability to like summon in structures and buildings and like terraform on the fly? That could be another fun thing to play with a boss encounter.
Yes, because good Sphene's personal trial would be that she's no longer connected to anything. She's completely unplugged.
She's just a real person again.
Yeah. And that gravitas of losing that connection with her, like she cares so much for her people, not only because she's a super sweet person, but she literally feels every single soul that she interacts with, and she can feel their happiness. And if they die happy, which is why the systems were made the way they are, so they're taken away, then she experiences that happiness as well. So I think you do have Svevel plugged in order to amplify that lost connection. Right now I'm just looking through some footage to see if pink had any meaning in the past, because I know we had blue and gold. Remember the server room with Zoralja and how all the tubes filled up?
Oh, I don't dive that deep on color, because I look at this blue and pink and I'm just like, it's just the colors of the solution 9 in the Arcadion.
I was just curious if being in a pink room would give us a location in Everkeep.
Oh, interesting. I think they just used, personally, I lean toward they used blue and pink to unify all the disparate elements of this key art.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful. I love the retro wave, so of course I'm super duper down with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The necklace on the art is interesting. Let's take a look.
Does she have a necklace?
It does look like it matches.
You got a little green gembly in there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got it all. Let's where's that? Where's that enhance button? Here's zoom.
Yeah. Beatrix, thanks for the super. Said, now this is the cook I come here for. The kind no one lets in the kitchen. Oh yeah, we're burning breakfast this morning. You're getting crispy bacon.
The crown is still there. It looks like she's missing the like that would really be interesting here if like the crown was off, but looks like we got the crown. We're missing the side, but that just might be artistic interpretation to not add tangents. on the upper edge.
Yeah, it's easy to chalk a lot of that up to artistic interpretation or just or simplifying for the sake of the piece of art.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's really anything in there.
No, I wouldn't read into that too much.
I love this thing so much though. This mantis crazy beast. It looks like Alien Encounter from Disney World. It's so handsome.
It's just the monster corner. There's another thing above that, and then to the left of that,
you got the Skull Island baddie running around.
Yeah, some of these might just be references to things that we're going to be fighting out on the occult zone.
It could be. It seems like the occult zone is going to be time bubbles and random bosses from all over the length of Final Fantasy 14. Which
but they also just showed us like dinosaurs. Like we're just going to be fighting dinosaurs
and statues. Which awesome, bring it. I love
fighting statues.
Yeah, old technology that's just enchanted statues.
That's a big one for me.
And then this like crazy, like you got an ice dragon. Like look at that sick guy. Look at that ice dragon thing up there. That looks sweet. More dragons.
Makes you think it's ice.
Well, look, he's got like these little jets out his back. He's got his kind of mouth is all glowing blue. The smoke is, obviously pink, but they made a really handsome dragon for the Alliance raid. Recolor that guy. Use him more. He was great. He was super solid.
He's rad looking.
And then
we got Tracer just smiling.
Yeah, I guess it could be. Well, who's Graffiti Fell? And why were they like, you love her now, but how will you feel? I'm like, what do I?
Don't tell me how I feel.
Do I know this person? I
feel like sus.
I feel like I don't. It's about to tag the breakfast joint for messing up her order.
Edna Mode went through a anti-establishment phase.
Oh, she definitely, Edna Mode definitely went through anti-establishment for sure.
Edna Mode during her Rage Against the Machine years.
Yep, no regulator. No,
doesn't look like a regulator. Could maybe be hiding behind the left side of her hair, but Brute Bomber still has his.
Yeah, they're not black. They're not super ultra mega Square Enix edition though.
Oh, they're not the funeral edition.
Yeah, funeral edition.
Come out to the Queen's funeral. Get your funeral edition regulator.
5,000 people through the door. Get an edition all to their own.
So Brute Bomber did not go pay his respect. Brute Bomber confirmed hated the Queen.
Yeah.
So did Black Cat, apparently.
I love this. These cats are so chunky, except for this Kate Sith looking dude.
Yeah. It's a Siamese. Siamese cats are dicks.
Yeah, they can be. They can be. And look, they even put in a little aquarium for the kitties. Bomber's turning it all around for the cats.
Worked with a cat rescue, and only I met one Siamese kitten that didn't immediately make me bleed. And I wanted to take him home immediately. He was so cute. But every other one we ever had, just murderers.
I love the promise of this scene. I really do hope that this is, I'm talking about when the bad guy has an illusion of a character and they taunt it and they trash it.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
An example of this would be Saruman. When he's sitting in the tower and he's doing Gandalf the White, more like Gandalf the Fool. And they're watching someone from afar or they're studying their opponent.
Oh, and their commentary.
And they're just trashing on them the whole time.
Okay. I prefer it to their face. And my favorite one of those is Majin Vegeta with Goku posted up to the cliff, calling him a clown and slapping him.
And this could be my final straw. This could be Wakamat's like, I'm going to go, you know what? Bury my anger. I'm going to go talk to her. And she goes talk to Sphene. Sphene is a complete dick. A complete asshole. And that's when...
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure. I wouldn't be mad if your cook was correct. So I want to be very clear with my lines here. But I don't think I'm on board for your cook that we're going to have to stop Wuklamot from becoming a killing machine because she has such an easy out with killing fake Sphene, which who cares? It's a construct being puppeteered by some jackhole behind the scenes.
That is fair.
It's a
yes.
really easy clean out for Wuklamot to stay heroic, and have a what's the word I'm looking for here? Having an honorable combatant, having an honorable kill in Svevel here. And hell, we probably won't even end up fighting. We're going to find out whoever's behind the scenes. That's who we're going to end up fighting. I'm now figuring out how we're going to make the trial that we're leading to at the end of all of this be unique from the Sphene trial in 7.0. Because we're not even... This Svevel, cannon fodder. She's going to be gone at some point, and we're going to be dealing with who's actually pulling the strings behind the scenes.
That's probably right. It would be interesting if she took Wuklamot out here through some sort, like a Y'shtola situation, essentially.
Killing?
No, like a Y'shtola situation, like get stabbed, get knocked out. Now Wuklamot out of the picture. We have to step up and be part of the leadership in some
that'd be
regard.
interesting. We also haven't played with the fact that like with like tech, like living memory, like they could banish certain characters, like to go just trap them in a digital realm. We haven't played with that too much. They play with that in the final Sphene trial, before Wuklamot breaks through the Terran reality. But we didn't really play with that for like an extended period of time. No one like disappeared for so long that we were super concerned it was a major plot point. That was more a fight contrivance.
Interesting. Yeah, sort of a Superman square situation.
Oh God, yeah. What is that thing? The Phantom Zone?
Yeah, and you could send
Phantom Realm.
Because you could turn living memory into your own private prison in that regard.
Yeah,
or certainly set up a part of it for that.
Das is into that. I think Garrett is the one cooking it. I don't know. Kyle's had some cooks. Kyle's had some damn cooks, but I'll take it. Thank you.
It's I love the future jump storyline of the totalitarian state that Batman makes when he kills for the first time. It's a time jump thing, and it's happened through multiple arcs. But you got to go to the future and stop Batman. And then Batman meets himself in the future, is like, that's why I'm never killing, okay? That's why we can't do it. Lock up the Joker again. I know what they say. But, just lock him up again, okay? It's for the best. And I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Fun to play with. Be fun to play with, but I don't know. I really think they want us to leave Dawn Trail looking back on Wuklamot as us doing the Asm thing and just raising another Warrior of Light, essentially. Like nurturing a new generation of heroes before we F off to go reflection travel.
It would be very...
we know that our world is safe. Our home is safe.
I think that's the safe option, and I don't mean that in a easy way. I think that the danger you pose with the person you trained for peace going bad is detrimental to doing it again, trusting anybody ever. It's against the whole power of friendship thing that we set up. It would be a twist, which is fun, but it would be a huge step backward in what I think a lot of us see as the eventuality of free range travel.
Yeah, I don't know what would make me like Dawn Trail as a whole more, because I do like that, but I think if you pulled a Wuklamot as bloodthirsty arc, I think that would feel reactive to push back against Wuklamot being a straightforward character or an overly positive character. And I kind of want them to just like stick the landing at this point, like just complete the very positive shonen vibes that you're going for. Because I really do feel that we're going to do the fight the hero thing much later on down the road, because I think we're going to fight ourselves. I think we're going to fight Asm in some way, or we're going to fight a truly like turned and fallen reflection of the Warrior of Light in another expansion. I don't think you rip that now with Wuklamot.
I do not envy that amount of brain creep you would have trying to do any of this. Like that is so detrimental to the creative process and for the writers to have to worry like, hey, I have this really cool idea for Wooklamont that I want to do. Oh, that's playing into the haters. It's not. Like you can absolutely do sympathetic villainy. And we've done it before. We haven't done it in that style where, greetings, friends. Oh, it's so good to see you. Welcome back from your space travels. Where's Kona? Kona's on vacation, and like you could do a very interesting I had to kill Kona kind of level, like step by step by step decrease and increase of Wooklamont as a villain. It could be very, very fun to do, but you would be constantly picking at the back of your brain like, did I make him a villain because the hate got to me and I wanted her out of the pic? Like that's so sad. And it's why I praise like the comedy of the trolley in Shadowbringers, because somebody found that funny. Somebody woke up one day and said, I'm gonna drill this into the ground because this is hilarious. And it had zero influence on memes or preach years later.
Yeah. But they would never escalate it to Wook killing Kona.
No,
There's no way.
that's an extreme example, right?
Never gonna happen.
And that would be if you played this like long con style, 4 expansions out, and you just really wanted to what a twist this business.
Yeah. More in Frozen Studios. Thanks for the 10 months. Long time. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. No, I think we're going for good vibes. I think we're going for happy shonen ending. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just still all about like it's all about the Warrior of Light raising a new generation of heroes at home that the Warrior of Light can F off on their multi-reflection ASM hopping adventure.
Safe bet. So I'll take my risky bet for fun and profit because it's worth more. Like betting on the Jaguars for the Super Bowl. It's worth a lot of money. It's probably not going to happen, but I may win huge.
I got news for you, Kyle. It's definitely not happening in 2025.
I've seen the bar in Las Vegas where they have like the chances, and Jaguars is like every time huge freaking money. So I'm going for it. But I also am really excited to see what they do with Wooklamont, because I think Wooklamont was very strong in 7.1. I really liked the knee down fail. I think the anger at Sphene was excellent, and I think there's a lot of exploration to go for her. So this makes me excited to see. And the distress face that she seems to be experiencing with her need to kill again. As it realizes, oh my God, I'm gonna have to kill again.
You're reading into this so much, and I love it. Do not stop reading into long lips.
Quick change here. You shoot it from the other angle because Kryle's the main character. Switch these two around. Shoot it up, facing Graha. Kryle main character energy.
Kryle's in focus here though. Graha's a little blurred out.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. We'll see what happens.
Focusing on Kryle here.
We're still in back rooms though, so I don't think any big Kryle stuff's going down.
Okay.
This looks like a conversation between conversations of these 2 points of.
That's not the same room.
No, this looks kind of like the living memory entrance. I'm not really sure where this is.
Almost living memory interior.
This is a tricky
It's kind
one.
of drab and yellow, but it's not stone. It's definitely metal behind them. I don't know where that is. Also it's not as busy and chipset looking as living memory. It's very simplistic metal.
Yeah,
but it's not Solution 9 colored.
Did it get deactivated? Would it lose its glow for any reason?
There's a lot of greebly around. I guess as you get closer to the circle, it's more simplistic.
What about the let's actually check the background behind Trial Boss. That could be like a if we can look through the glow of the exploding roses. No, that's definitely still in the temple, in the throne. You got the curtains and all. Yeah,
Sure
so
seemed like it.
that's very much like a throne room kind of setup.
Yeah. looking like an escalation. Yeah, excited to see where it goes, man. I really like the tease at the end of 7-1, even though I know it means that we're going to be waiting even longer to kind of reconcile what's going on with the key. But I like this whole evil Speen plotline. And so far it seems like we don't need to talk about Zeralja anymore, and I'm really happy about that.
Yeah. Do y'all have anything on Littlejah or Zeralja that's lingering? It seemed like with Mom's audio recording, we basically got it all spelled out in one big pile.
Yeah, they yeah, they did the try and sympathize them after the fact thing, which typically I don't like. Sometimes I'm fine with it. I was personally checked out on Zeralja, so that's why in 7-1 I was just like, I don't care. Dungeon's cool. Let's keep going. My favorite thing about 7-1 is the ending.
And I don't know how you... Would preservation put themselves inside of a Tyrol Vidral?
Why is that a cook you're arriving at?
Well, why'd we rip putting people inside bunnies? What are we gonna do with that?
I don't think we're going to.
Because you got Oversoul, which is the what did they yell every time Wicked Thunder went Godzilla?
Oversoul? Oh, wait. Oh, Electrope has many uses?
Yeah. But when we got kicked, he was like, oh my, she's made a brand new... What was that word? What was that word he would use?
Feral Soul?
Feral Soul? Yeah, the Feral Souls.
I think she's like activating a new Feral Soul or something. That's the surprise second phase of Savage. I still don't quite know what Feral Soul she's tapping into there. Looks like a damn octopus with human feet.
Yeah, I guess she ate too many lightning horses. So I believe it was called the Feral Soul, and the ability or the technology was called Oversoul. And you got the combat prowess of your thing, and then the Arcadion folks had taken it so far that they transformed, and same thing happened to the guy at the end of the Vanguard dungeon who became a snake. That's when you activate it super duper big. His kind of sounded like he's gone too far, it'll never transform back, but these guys clearly can, but they get the ethereal sickness on the back end. Oh, Oversoul was Wordle. You're right. That's where I'm getting that one from.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Now it's Wordlet.
So why?
Which?
So like
similar, but I don't want to have that cook right now.
So we're heading towards wrapping up some plot points, but I wonder what the deal in theory are initial experiments with involve lesser creatures, but in time I'm confident we'll be able to bring even the mightiest under our control. And this was when they were attempting to gather up the feral souls, and they're like, you overload them and they transform and you can't control them. However, we learn that we can reverse the process and put their soul into the giant rabbit, and you can control a rabbit that way to make a more powerful warrior. So why go digest Valley Garmonda and use his power when you can climb inside Valley Garmonda?
I mean, it's basically what Xenos was doing with Shinryu. Like,
yeah, it's very primal adjacent in that way too.
I don't see it being a major plot point. Maybe a minor one for the sake of giving us some stuff to fight. But I would be surprised if they went really deep down the Feral Soul rabbit hole into 7-2 and 7-3, because it's like we're still going to explore Feral Soul with Arcadion. That's a lot of Feral Soul.
It is
exploring it in the raid and in the MSQ.
I think you could divide it and say we explore the sickness in Arcadion with Wicked Thunder sympathetic plot, and we do the wall, the painting. Didn't we revisit the painting recently? Why do we end up there?
What are we talking about?
The cave with the giants. Why do we go back to that room and talk?
That was a side. That was one of the optional dungeons.
It was
took
okay.
us there.
Okay, yeah, that was an optional quest.
Yeah,
which does unlock when the game's over, but is optional.
Yep. Yeah, it is. It is technically optional, though. If you're playing at endgame, I don't think a lot of players consider it optional because you need that expert roulette unlocked.
Are there any withdrawal in the wall paintings that we could pull from for preservation to pilot? Because a classic storyline that you have is weak body, big robot. And everybody loves Jujutsu Kaisen. And Iron Man. And like it is a trope. Your body is weak, your robot is cool.
It'd have to be something besides a withdrawal, because then you're just fighting a withdrawal again. We already fought a Terrell withdrawal.
But what if it's a really rockin' withdrawal? And that's why I'm thinking about the painting on the wall. Like, could you rip that? Could you be like, hey, look at that, look at those tears falling. Look at that cloud.
Well, this is how I cook on future things. I think about what are we reusing or what are we not, and that's why I'm like, well, I know there's one more major trial. And I know we're not going to fight Sphinx Robot again because we already did that. And I'm fairly certain we're not going to fight a Terral withdrawal again. Everyone would be like, oh, we already did that. What a not great way to wrap this all up. So yeah, maybe some new big bad monster that they're piloting.
Here we go. The murals explained. But you have a lot of these points, and I'm happy to give them to you because, you know, it's your character. Emmett Selk, great guy. Don't want to walk on your fandom. This is where I was like, I miss Emmett Selk. This is no Emmett Selk presentation, and I miss him so much.
Oh yeah, finding this at Media Tour made my mind run wild, and then getting to this Stoic Chronicler, man, not even important enough to have a character name, just rattling off, and this is our history. I was just like, and
it wasn't voiced either. Yeah, it wasn't voiced. It should have been voiced.
Yeah. This is this was a personal low point for me in Dawn Trail.
You got Zeus up there, purple Zeus. Not the purple again. You got purple Zeus. And you got Sun. Check out those lizards getting down on the sides. Yeah, I don't think there's any withdrawal in here outside of, unless you read lizard. All those birds
there's giant birds in the sky, you know.
Oh, I guess there is kind of snake. Oh, there's Valley Garmonda in the corners. You can see up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not really a wealth of like super badass withdrawal hiding in here, which would be fun.
Yeah. This is a good example of probably my biggest like gripe against Dawn Trail. It's like, to me, I look at a lot of Dawn Trail, particularly before we get to Solution 9, as all of the interesting stuff happened before we got here. It's all about the past and talking about what happened before we got here. There was conflict, there was strife, there was bringing people together. You get to go on the Disney Jungle Cruise version of this, where we simulate trials based on the interesting things that already happened, and it never really gripped me. Well, and this is just another example of that, of like, look at the interesting stuff.
And it was the trial, it was the story told by the victors, and it all ended up being true, which is uninteresting and unrealistic.
Yeah, they never got into that, which I get on the one hand, like, you know, wanting to be respectful to the real life cultures that they're pulling from. But at the same time, I was like, it felt like there could have been a little more conflict, or like a discovery that some shit was horribly glossed over in the writing of the history.
And I think it would have been okay if Dad was kind of a dick. And because that still plays into that. I was
kind of expecting him to be. I'm not horribly mad about it because there were plenty of other dick lizards.
Yeah, there's plenty of dicks, but you know, like.
But yeah, just like going from one fairly goody two shoes leader to eventually electing two goody two shoes leaders, it was just like, okay, I don't know. I need a little more. I don't know, some sort of complication in the in the understanding of all of the characters.
Where was Urkopacha? I think Urkopacha is our best shot of Dad walking up with his crew. Do we have any Dad crew unaccounted for?
I don't think so, man. I don't think that we're named or main characters.
Yeah, because I did kind of want to look at it just for. Damn, where was that?
They were teasing what? Kenton Rum
Yeah,
for like the longest time?
Kenton Rum, and was Mom there? Fun Mom?
No.
Okay.
I don't think she got
No,
teased
I
at
don't.
all.
But they live a long time, so I wasn't sure. This one was labeled Pelu Talk More and Nice Mountain Shot. I don't think this is it.
That sounds like I labeled that one. I tend to make visual notes because that's usually if there's a visual note, it's me talking myself out of deleting it. It means not that much interesting happens story wise, but there might be a nice visual that I want to use in the future.
Yeah, Bun Mom was part of the story. Isn't that right? Her right here behind the hand getting obscured because, future hotness reveal would be too much for this moment.
Oh,
everyone would be fanning themselves too hard to pay attention to the lore, so they had to cut her out.
Okay. Here's my cranky reply. You ready for it? I guess her being there wasn't that fucking important because I don't remember this at all.
Let's see if they did the same thing for the food right, because that also had some.
I also don't think it was important. I don't think Kenton Rum was important. Like, Kenton Rum was barely important. I have now quested with Kenton Rum, and the thing I think of first is still that, he's the guy that brought potatoes. That's still the most important thing I think about when I think of Kenton Rum.
Here we go. She got Mike Wazowski. Yeah, exactly.
And bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine. What do you suppose happens then?
Okay, there it is.
What do you suppose happens
She's not Mike Wazowski in that one shot.
No. I mean, we're further along in the story. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, you can just see her just standing there.
Yeah, but otherwise, we got Pelu, we got Catman, which I guess would be the most unique model that we could pull from. Because otherwise, Potsworn and Bird.
Yeah, no. There's
nothing here.
There's no lingering important characters from this group.
And this guy we just left on top of a mountain, right? No, he was smiling at the...
We fought him.
Yeah, well, we fought him on a mountain, and then he was smiling at the inauguration, so we're good there.
Yeah. All of these characters have a conclusion of sorts. Be it dead or otherwise. Oh, yeah,
Gurfler.
Probably the best name to come out of Dawn Trail, if I'm being honest.
Gurfler. It was a good one.
I wonder if Gurfler likes the rural juror.
The rural juror.
Solid live letter, man.
Yeah,
I was kind of bracing for a nothing burger, and I was really worried after the first half because I was like, this is not setting my world on fire. But that second half, there was some really good details. I feel like they were. I almost feel like they maybe managed expectations a little too much because it kept being like, we don't have any footage. We don't have any footage. We just have screenshots. I'm like, yeah, but you gave enough detail, and after that WoW housing blog. I appreciate the screenshots because that WoW housing blog is nothing but art. It's nice art. But this still lets my mind run wild. This gives me enough to chew on.
Yeah, these are handsome. And this just looks like fun. There's some good motivation here for various outfits. I love that this looks like it's just going to occupy so many people going back and forth, which will be a lot of fun to see people participating in that way in an open world kind of environment.
And I'm going to be completely honest, I forgot that they do multiple of these in the lead up to the patch. So I originally when we're like, it's a live letter time, I'm like, sweet, bring on the trailer. And I'm like, oh, wait, no, this is part one. There's not going to be a trailer. So I started managing my own expectations. And I don't know whether that helped or hurt, but I think this is a really solid live letter.
This looks fun.
I enjoyed my experience with it. It was worth getting up at an ungodly hour. I violently sat up in my bed at 5:15 a.m. when my alarm went off.
Me too.
And Katie did the most like violent rollover I've seen from her in months.
That seems like they have a really good flow. I really large scale boss battles. This really does look like a multiplayer experience of the one-on-ones. And the one-on-ones are fun, but I want to be a part of it too. And there was a sort of dismissal in my brain that said, I'll never be as good as the top person, but maybe I can be as good as the 12th person and get to participate.
Yeah.
And this looks cute. This
The new exploration zone is my vibe. It's the thing I've been the most excited for heading into this live letter, and I'm coming out of it as the thing I'm the most excited for. The cosmic exploration is the biggest surprise for me. I really like the vibe of this, and I think I want to engage in it. Originally, I was thinking, okay, I'm happy for people that were into this. This isn't my thing. I'm here for Boja likes and battle content, but this actually looks really cool, and I want to be a part of this. I want to see this develop over time. I don't want to just show up late.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else jump out at you?
No, I think that's kind of it, man.
Sweet.
I've said all I need to say. Got the bash dad for being a boring dad just one more time. It's all good.
Naturally, well, we got to talk about the MSQ, right? It's
been a while since we discussed dick lizards.
You can and fortify your armor. Like we're all gonna have to. There's gonna be a resurgence of MSQ. There already was like 2 weeks ago, just randomly. Like people woke up in the new year and were like, "Wait a minute, I remember hating that," and started making videos about it. But there is going to be
back from. Here's what happens for most of us. We come back from Christmas break. Ads are paying more than a penny, and we got to make content again. And we look up and we go, oh shit, there's no new content because we're in the dregs of 7.1. So drama it is.
SupportOurBromance.com. SupportOurBromance.com is what we're saying.
We're going to hold you hostage. We will SupportOurBromance.com. Pay us to not become toxic react streamers. SupportOurBromance.com.
For you and us. For
That's
everyone.
our Patreon.
For everyone.
It's a real website.
We'd be too powerful.
Someone asked the other day.
We'd be too powerful.
I had someone ask the other day. It is, in fact, a real link that will take you to our Patreon where you can go and support us.
Well, thank you all for joining us at this early hour. Next week, we're going to be getting to some Monster Hunter. We're going to be on a little savage vacation here for a short while. Monday is going to be getting in the game, getting to the training area where we can try all the weapons, and then we're going to watch all those 2-minute Joe Cat videos on each weapon and pick out our weapons to the best of our knowledge and start hitting the game. And then Thursday night, we will experience a little bit, because it is going to come online pretty late. We're going to experience a little bit of the Monster Hunter Wilds beta if we're able to get in. It is a stress test, so there's a chance that won't happen. We'll just keep playing Monster Hunter World. And, well, then Final Fantasy will continue as per usual, of course. But
as per usual. No, Kyle, we're quitting.
Clearly, this is a huge declaration.
I was actually waiting for the live letter, and even though I liked 75% of what I saw, I hate this game now and I'm quitting. So that'll be happening. Before I quit, I do want to thank some membership chats that happened before I got my ass in the chair. Das, thanks for the 31 months. Why were you awake? It was 3 a.m. for you. What were you doing awake at that hour? KLG Chaos, 30 months, said, morning, been up all night, so cozying up with some tea to watch the live letter with the Gearbox. Again, grats on the M4S Clear Mountain Weapon. Hell yeah, thanks, KLG.
Thank you.
I saw your grats last night. I think I replied to you. The last many hours is a blur to me. Lucario guy also, thank you for the 6 months. Told us good morning. Said working on an hour of sleep and twice as many coffees. It might be 11 a.m. here, but it sure feels like 6. Newfound insomnia? GG. Newfound insomnia. Yeah. And that's the catch up. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming out and supporting this early stream. I really appreciate it, because I don't exactly love being awake this early, but it's fun every once in a while. So thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. SupportOurBromance.com. Or if you're more YouTube inclined or you just want to double support, become a member right here. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Avane.
Avane, thank you.
Good to see you. Have a good weekend, everybody. See you Monday with Monster Hunter.